tapping in with today's Evolution of a Starseed series. I don't know what day we're on because I was shadow banned for like a good 2 or 3 days. The microphone and camera on my phone apparently were not given access to YouTube, but magically they were given access to YouTube somehow when I went back to work. I don't know what happened at work. Versus, I stopped talking to the person who I was dating, and literally all my access to the internet on this level was blocked. So I don't know what that means. I did see a post by a guy that was like, "Yeah, little bitch around here, I'm in control." So I'm like, "Whoa, baby, men hyper masculinity." That whole entire concept was just a thing. So I was blocked from being able to post here. So I'm sorry about not being routine with my appearance. I apologize for my too tardy days. However, here I am today. And on today, we're going to speak about divine masculine, divine feminine versus karmic feminine and feminine, not feminine, and karmic masculine. All right. So quickly, feminine, we know what that is. That's women. Masculine, men. Karmic meaning lots of karma, lots of drama. They put out bad energy, they get it back. Divine meaning I understand that whatever I put out, I get back in return tenfold. Right. So yesterday I went to work. Just to give y'all a little heads up about where this all is coming from. I went to work and, again, like I said, I wasn't able to do my social media stuff. And I heard people at the job place talking about it, trying to make it funny. And then, one lady, she's always like, "Oh, I'm going to tell my clients we have a famous person," like trying to be funny, like, "Hey, you famous, whatever, you ain't famous." I'm like, "Nah, I'm actually known by people in lots of different countries." Like usually when I come on here, there be people from India, Australia, all different entities, right? However, I've been attached to someone that I feel, probably isn't treating my followers the best. I don't know. They have hundreds of thousands of followers, so I could be wrong. It's a thing where I'm not sure if it's that person, my child's father, family member, like who is doing the nasty work to the people who were supporting my platform, right? And that'd be coworkers and things of that sort, like all of that, because it's like I can't control who and what I get to experience, right? Outside of me. All I can control is how I show up. So like even me being around my coworker, like she like, "You could just come be a part of my family." And I'm looking at her like, "I don't want to be a part of your family. I don't really know you like that." Like I don't have a family. Don't get me wrong. Because my family, they swear up and down they want to be there and everything. But I'm like, so then why don't I live with y'all? Why have I been homeless for 8 months, But to speak on this in a positive way, this is basically what happened. And this is why the conversation of masculine versus feminine comes up. So I work in a hair salon, which usually is all women, right? Women. Lots of wombs, lots of energy, a lot of different ways to really understand and conceptualize reality when you're in a hair salon. Because, like, am I washing your head, your brain, or am I actually just washing the top of your womb and your sacral chakra to, like, help realign you? What exactly am I doing here on a spiritual sense, on a spiritual level? People like, "Oh, we need layers." And it's like, what are layers? Are layers just your different chakras, your different, stepping stones to yourself? Excuse me. So, with that being said, how do I put this? In the role of masculinity and the role of femininity, I think people always expect men to provide. Men are providers, and we don't give men the ability to be who they actually are, which are protectors. Men are supposed to protect us. What's up, Bella? Men are here to protect, not necessarily provide, right? Men are strictly here to protect the feminine because them with their phallus uplifts the womb. It gives the womb something to float upon, a stage. The guy with the biggest, his girl will be the tallest. You get what I'm saying? So the goal of the masculine is to protect, not provide. I'm well, thank you for asking. And with that being said, there was this idea of gender roles coming back into the play form, where we ask each other, so what exactly is your role as a gender role? Like, is it, as a feminine, do you think you're supposed to stay at home and just cook and clean all day? Do you feel like making money is only masculine? Things of like that nature have popped up in the conversation. And what I've come to the realization of is a lot of men want feminine, submissive women, but then they put out things like, around here, I run everything. I'm looking at the situation like, I wouldn't want to submit to a man who talks to me like that. I would want to submit to the man who would have enough sense. And let me make this clear. Enough sense to know, one, and this is off rip, like, sir, before I submit to you, give me something to submit to. Meaning, before you expect me to submit, can I get a date? Before you expect me to submit, can I get one hairstyle? Like, I don't mind paying for you to go to the barbershop and paying for your haircut and your beard trim. I don't mind paying for your shape up. I don't mind doing your hair. I'm a hairstylist. You know, before I submit to you, can I get my nails done? Matter of fact, can you pay a bill? A cell phone bill. You the only person that I talk to on my phone. I really don't talk to many people. So if my phone get turned off, that's me and you not being able to communicate. So can you pay a bill? Or that's not something you capable of doing? So before you ask me to submit to you, you got to really think about what you're asking me to submit to. Now, it could be this thing. Now, I do know in my situation personally, because I did mention my family and my lack thereof, some men expect you to submit to whatever, because it's like, well, your family not even supporting you. So if I'm the only one that's sitting here supporting you, you should just automatically submit to me no matter what I give you. Basically, you not worthy of nothing. That's why they doing this to you. Sometimes, if we've looked at any of these Disney stories and any of these like Cinderella stories, sometimes the sister that gets kicked out the house, or the one that's treated like shit the most, is actually the most valuable one on the board when given the right partner. But the people that are raising that individual want to market that person as a terrible selection. And when you realize that, damn, this one is actually the bad, because this one actually knows how to cater to me, care for me, and pour into me, versus the other one just want to sex me down, drain me, ask me for money. Now, again, like I said, can you pay a bill? Because that still is a thing. Because if I move in with you, we secure a place together, I hope you don't think that you're going to be running through here in your boxers, scratching your nuts, not paying for anything. Well, I got to bring my food stamps too. That's beautiful. But, water bill, electric bill, phone bills, rent, trash bags needed, invoices to help the business, start building business credit so we could start getting them good credit cards to start doing those, the bigger and better things in life. Building. So when it comes to a role of a masculine, it's really to simply protect. And protect can also include providing, but it's not selectively only conditioned to providing, right? Now, I say this with the utmost compassion in my heart for people who are in domestically violent relationships, because I too was in one of those relationships at one point in my life. Sometimes you will experience a relationship that will break you down to your core. And I feel like my last relationship was almost attempted to do that, but it's like I had already been broken down to my core like before I was even in middle school. So like it wasn't much else you could really do with me. And I don't know if that was like my family conditioning me for the real world, or if it was just like my life was just that fucking crazy. But for lack of better words, I'm sorry to curse, but like I'm starting to think like, and especially Black people, I appreciate you. I believe that we're put in conditions where we are forced to be these tough. Like they always say, "Oh, you women are crazy. Diary mad Black woman. Oh, Black women are so unsubmissive. Black women are so unsupportive to men." It's like, no, we want to support you, but we want to help see the God in you. Y'all want to bring out the player in yourselves. It's like somebody said this on a reel yesterday. I get so irritated sometimes because like I could really get into a man's skin and like be that man's woman, and that man gonna feel like he's the nigga. Like he's gonna feel like he's him off my energy. Like when he learned how big and vast my energy really is and how my mind truly works, and he gets to see everything that I think of, and he uses all my ideas to build himself up, and he gets the full experience of my mental and what it's capable of, and he gets to now put that into himself and build himself up. He usually feel like he the man. He like, yeah, I'm him, I'm him, I'm him, I'm him, I'm him. You know, when I got hurt by me, you know, can't nobody tell me nothing. And then they forget that when they was locked in with me, that's when they started feeling that kind of confidence. Like before that, they probably, you know, they probably had little girls here and there that was just like, you know, do whatever. But like something about my energy makes a man really feel confident in himself. Like he really be feeling like him. But then be forgetting that it's because he's attached to me and my blessings. And sometimes, like you see it's raining outside, sometimes I gotta let go of a guy to make him remind it. Like I'll go through the rainstorm just to prove to you that you felt like that because you was attached to me, or to some other. Because I'm not saying I'm not the only woman out here who got that about myself. There's plenty of women out here who got that about themselves, where we really like her. But you know, the guys that we attach ourselves to forget that we're her. And it's not that, oh nigga, I made you. It's like we complement each other. And I want to stress that word compliment. When it comes to the role of divine masculine and divine feminine, we're supposed to complement each other. It is not an act of I'm bigger and better than you. I'm the man. You're a woman. Submit to me because I run this whole show and all you do is sit here and be the battery and just shut the fuck up and look pretty. No. It is an understanding that we are here to complement each other, like the yin yang sign, okay? Like the 6 and the 9. Yesterday's date was 9/6. It's so funny that I had this recollection yesterday. It was September the 6th. So, you know, do the math. But a lot of the times we forget that we're here to complement each other, meaning like you got to be in tune with your feminine energy as a man before you can truly understand how to be a good man to a woman. Because you got to understand, like, first off, before everyone's born, we all first off come out of a woman. That's the first thing, whether we're female or male. Second thing, when we're inside of the womb, what do we experience, y'all? At 6 weeks / 3 months, 4 months. When does that sonogram tell us? Usually around that time. Anyone in the classroom want to remind us what the sonogram is usually telling us around month 4, week 6? It lets you know whether or not you're having a boy or a girl because what? It all starts off with XX chromosome. There's a deformity that happens to the X. It's like something falls off or something, and that's when it turns into a Y chromosome. And that's when the penis becomes like the whole entire uterus drops out of the body, the ovaries descend to become the testicles, and then the clitoris elongates. So everyone was a woman at some point in time. So the issue in this world that we forget, and I got this also from a TikToker yesterday as well. I hope I followed her. But the issue that we're forgetting is that this all started off with femininity first. Everything was feminine first before it became masculine. Even the way that the world was ran, it was ran by Queen Nzinga. Hold on. Need to sneeze. They don't want to let me sneeze. Darn it. That was a good one too. But we had so many African queens that were running empires. Queen, I think her name is Ravaslo. I can't even pronounce her name to save my life. But me and her had the same birthday, and she was the queen of Madagascar, and she was running shit. Like she was running shit. Okay, she was slaughtering people, French people. Everybody's heads was getting chopped off, and then she ended up giving her whole entire dynasty to her son, and he stabbed her in the back. Gratitude. So with that being said, my whole body is really achy right now. It's so funny because the guy just came out energy and said my body's achy. I think it's because, like I said, The masculine sometimes doesn't want to remember that the only reason that they feel like how they feel is because they're attached to a divine feminine, right? So what they'll try to do is hop in your energy and to make themselves feel better and then steal from you. I had a really good day today. I was working hard. But to build yourself up with my energy, like have me out here doing the work that you're supposed to be doing as a man, hunting, energy, all of that stuff, whatever we got to do to extend our lives, the energy, confidence, pulling stuff and drawing energy in, all of that good stuff. To come into my energy and expect that all to happen through me and then take that and then try to use that against me and then leave me out here with my body all achy, like crazy work, very, very, very crazy work. But nonetheless, like I said before, we're here to complement each other. Meaning, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I'm a Sagittarius, and Sagittarians are masculine energy. Sagittarians are masculine energy, right? So as a woman who has been raised by a single mother, and I'm the oldest, so I was supporting her in her energy. And also she was supported by my grandmother. So I was really being raised by my grandmother and my mother. It really was never no masculine energy in my household. We became that because, of course, it's natural as a human being or any living being to adapt to your circumstances. You must adapt in order to survive. So what would a woman who doesn't have a man around do? Adapt to become more masculine. Sometimes when I look down and I see some of these nipple hairs, y'all, I'd be like, start seeing these chin hairs. I'm like, okay, what's going on? But again, before a man was a man, he was a female, right? So I think that same kind of metamorphosis can take place outside the body in females today. When we don't have men around to protect us, we become hardened and we have to protect ourselves, and we become these forces of nature that are able to now produce more testosterone. And then you start seeing them chin hairs. You start seeing them nipple hairs. You start seeing more masculine muscles. Like well, I go to the gym, but you get what I'm saying? Like, and then even the personality type just becomes a dominant personality type, because it's like every time I never really had the chance to be feminine, right? And every time I try to, a feminine masculine comes along who wants to have princess treatment because his mama didn't treat him right, and he wants to be treated correctly, and he wants to be looked at as a prince or a king. He wants to sit in the house and play video games all day and then trap. He wants to sit in the house and play video games all day and run this play. Meanwhile, I'm sitting at work all day, actually there at work, then coming home, and then I have to cook, clean, and suck, and bump. Nothing wrong with that, because as a woman who I am, I actually enjoy working. I don't really like working. I like having a job, meaning I was doing hair from home for a long time and making wigs from home. So I enjoyed that because, again, I was able to do that and make money from home. So I wasn't really outside in the world. So I still was able to have enough feminine energy to really pour into my son. You know what I'm saying? So I was an entrepreneur for 5 years. I ran my own business for 5 years, did my own thing for 5 years. So I really had no issues at all, right? However, it was a point in time where I had to get back into the workforce that made me like I kind of drew back, because I'm like, yo, this is what the workforce is like. This is crazy. I ain't had a job since before COVID. I ain't even recognized. But then it also made me realize the masculine that I was attached to back then was going through all that behind the scenes while I was at work. So there's another way to look at this that might be controversial. If a woman has a job, then the man is sitting at home protecting her, being masculine, doing all the spiritual work for her while she's able to have a soft life at work. But if a man's in his masculine role and he is a protector, she's able to work from home, maybe do something like I was doing, making wigs, things like that. Thank you. Doing stuff like making wigs from home, keychains, sweatshirts, selling press-on nails, stuff, selling lashes, stuff like that from home, while he's at work doing all the heavy load, right? But again, the concept is, me as a masculine female, I've adapted into becoming this masculine female. I don't want to be who I am necessarily. Don't get me wrong, I love my strong personality. But I don't necessarily want to be this strong ass woman tearing men down and having to use my Kabbalah system and all my brain power to battle with a man. I don't want to do that. However, yeah, masculine, female. And I'm saying that to say, like, I don't want to have to be that person, like, huh, huh, huh. Like I'm walking into the room like, doom, 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 doom. You know, really keeping my tempo, making sure I stay on my P's and Q's. I don't want to have to be that female. However, life has made me adapt into being that female. It's not being aggressive, it's being assertive. See, most men will read it as aggressive, but it's like, no, I'm asserting myself because anytime I allow any man to just run it, the show, they run. Oh, I ran it. Yeah, I trapped that joint out. Like the last dude I talked to, I'm not going to lie to y'all. They were a content creator, but they were allowing any and everybody to have access to me. That's not what being masculine is about. Now, I'll say this in two different ways. Having everyone have that deep level of access to me is crazy. Being a masculine saying, this is mine right here, and I want to keep this safe. But I had to realize that this person probably wasn't trying to make me the number one pick of the litter. That's why they were doing that with me, because men think about women, because this is an actual proposed bill that's actually coming up. It's on my story on Instagram. It's called the, what's that name in the Bible? Not Edna. Esther. It's called the Esther Bill, where men will now be able to look at their wives as property and women as property, things of that sort. You don't have any control over your body. Abortions are legal and sentenced, like you can be punished to death for getting an abortion. How was your childhood? Were you bullied growing up? I won't say I was bullied growing up, but I was. My aunt, when I lived with her from the ages of 10 all the way up until about 13, she teased me about not having a chest, not having a big, full chest. But she said, boys only gonna like you because your butt is big. Yeah, you just got big thighs and big butt. Oh, you so hunchback. Why you so hunchback? And I'm looking at her like, you the one that look like this? What? Hold on now. I don't look like that. You look like that. I look like this. You got you're you literally look like that. Hold on now. And that's what I went through during my middle school age. And it's crazy because it's happening to my son now, where it's like, and I'll explain this. My son was pulled out of my care, my custody, due to me and my mother getting into a altercation with this situation that I had to experience, which was for my spiritual growth, right? But the years of middle school for me, and I feel like those years are very precious when it comes to forming your identity of self, right? When you're forming that identity of self, middle school is that essential time, because elementary school, you know, nobody's having their period. Everybody's outside trying to like play jump rope and hopscotch and shit. Like nobody's really worried about anything. But in middle school, that's when you start hearing more about sex. You start hearing more about gay, straight, bisexual, periods, you know, hormones are starting to rage. People are having wet dreams. That's when your identity is forming. So I was 10 years old in middle school because I have a late birthday. And I was living with my grandfather because I said, you know, Mom, I see that bills are high because I went to Catholic school, which we had to pay for. I'm like, bills are really high. I think it's best that you let me live essentially with him and her, because it'll make it easy for you. Because I was going over to their house for Christmas every year anyway, which I now to this day I still don't understand why that was. I'm like, maybe my mom didn't have enough money to buy me gifts. Maybe because when she birthed me, she sent me to my grandfather, and my great grandfather came in the room, so maybe I was like his surrogate child or something like that. I don't know, but like I was never at my mom's house on Christmas growing up. How young am I? I'm 31. Don't mind anybody asking. I think I'm pretty cool for my age. But I was at my grandfather's house for Christmas. So I'm like, you know, 10 years old, I'm going to just go ahead and make this executive decision over my life and go move in with my grandfather and my aunt. My aunt was only 2 years older than me. So she's in 8th grade, I'm in 6th grade. And the whole entire time she's just teasing me about your chest is flat, you're not even cute, boys only gonna like you because your butt's big. That's all you're good for. Meanwhile, she's the one out here having sex with boys. She's out here performing fellatio on boys and stuff. I'm sitting here playing my Xbox in my bedroom, like, again, turning into like a masculine energy, really getting into the masculine format versus doing things like girls. Like, I tried to get my nails done with her one time and I was getting acrylics, but I ended up biting them all off my fingers and my fingernails was all messed up after that, and I really didn't like that. And even my teacher was like, why you got nails on? That's really grown for your age. Like, she was, my teacher, Miss Johnson, I don't know where she is in this world. She's an AKA. She's very beautiful. I don't know where she is, but she was a very poised woman and she really cared about kids. Cause she was like, why do you have those nails on? That's really grown for your age. Like, you don't think you want to slow down and like really start to just like stay on a kid's level? Oh, that's what's up. I'm born 1993. But she very beautiful soul. I if I could ever find, if I find her one day again in life, I give her a hug and I say, you were right, I was growing up too fast. So yeah, I'm sitting in this space. I adore your piercings. Thank you, appreciate you. Appreciate it. You got a lot of them. They're all over. But she wanted me to be feminine but not grown. What's up? Nothing much. We back. I don't know what happened. I guess I had to. I don't know. We'll figure that out in a few. That's what this topic is all about. So, as I was building my identity in middle school, I was really getting pushed into this bubble of, I don't, like, I'm only going to be appreciated for my looks, my body, my sexuality. I'm not even cute, and I'm still less than my aunt. Y'all did. I'm not gonna lie, y'all did. But they found me again. They put me back into the algorithm. Thank God. So yeah, like, just realizing that I grew up in a space where when I'm identifying myself, like, even like, I think, was it 7th grade? I was still to myself. I had honors classes. I had honors classes in 6th grade as well. You know, but my teacher knew that I was related. One of my teachers knew I was related to my aunt. She did the math and she used to treat me nasty because my aunt was like one of the kids, like, I want to fit in with the bad boys or the popular boys in class. So I'm going to do what they do. And she had mediocre grades. She had like C's and shit. I'm in honors science, first of all. So, bitch, me and her wasn't even on the same level academically. Brain power wise, like, we wasn't even ever on the same level. And I'm not saying that to be egotistical, but we was not on the same level. 6th grade, I'm coming in honors classes out of Catholic school. I got morals and shit. I don't care about these boys being in my face. But the teacher knew that our last name was the same, and she treated me as if I was my aunt. And I was in an honors class. I had a B, an A and a B in her class. I'm not gonna lie, I had an A and a B. She would call my mom and always bother my mom. You need to come here and get your daughter. She can't come back to my class unless you talk. I am smart. Actually, I was in AP classes in high school as well. College classes in high school. I'm very intelligent. But, you know, I just, because of these, I'm explaining these experiences right here. When you're forming your personality in middle school, these can really impact the trajectory of your entire life. That's why these years are so important. I'm really, like, disturbed that my mom thought it was a good idea to take my son out of my custody and take him under her wing and force him to be indoctrinated by her beliefs versus what I was truly instilling in my son to break generational curses. I was homeschooling my son. And when he went back to school, 7th grade, he was still in the honors classes and was getting all A's. I mean, even right now, he's in honors classes and he has all A's. So he never at one point was slipping behind in his academics, even though I homeschooled him. So I really never understood why my mom was like, no, he needs to be a part of the system and the system and the system. I'm like, fuck the system. The system is coming this way. Y'all need to heal. But, you know, being one of the big steppers for the new movement was something that I didn't realize my own family would try to take me out of my bag in, right? So, but I should have known. Now, again, back to middle school, should have been right in front of my face that these people was trying to do this, because, again, I'm being treated like her, but I'm in honors classes with A's and B's, and the teacher was still calling my mom. She need to come talk to. My mom was like, "What's the problem?" She's like, "Well, she's distracted other students." Like, "Well, give her some work." She's like, "I'll give her homework." Okay, so where's her homework at? She finished it. So she finished her classwork early. She finished her homework early, and she started talking to people in the class. Like, what do you expect her to do? Like, Give her something extra to do. Like, don't call me because my kid has finished all your work and you can't challenge her. Like, I was always that kid, like, done. All right, what's the next? Okay, nothing else to do. All right, so yeah, oh my God, yeah, puppies, dogs, like, I would just be talkative because I had nothing else to do. I had so much energy. I was always her. I've always been that version. Like, I've never been whatever people are trying to project about me in this day and age. I don't even know who this person is, because it's like I've always been a smart, intelligent black woman that was always on my shit. Like, I've never been a stupid girl, ever. I didn't become stupid until I introduced penis into my life, because I didn't realize when you start having sex with a man and you start letting him put his bodily DNA inside of your body, you can start picking up on his habits, his DNA, and his DNA can actually attack your DNA and tear your DNA down. The study of, if a man marries a woman, it extends his life, but it also shortens the life of the woman. Does your kid stay in the same state as you? Yeah, he's like, I see my son pretty much almost every day, or I talk to him on the phone. Right, all his energy goes in his small head. Exactly. And then he be trying to put all that stupidity in you, and all that anger and aggression in you, and all that my mama don't love me in you, and all that I can't really stand who I am in you. And then you pouring in this confidence, this love, this compassion, this intelligence into this man, and all he pouring into you is, I fucking hate my mom, I fucking hate women, I fucking hate. No, I wasn't stigmatized. I'm gonna explain what happened. So in this middle school stage, the stage where you're building yourself up, I wasn't even into vibing or anything like that. Like, I was never aware of that stuff. Like, I probably had a good vibe about me, but I wasn't, like, because I wasn't paying attention. Like, I was here. And when my son was homeschooled, he was here. Like, he would watch ASMR videos and he'd say, I'm just watching it because it's making my brain tickle. Like, it wasn't making him sexually stimulated. Right? My son didn't start having wet dreams and stuff until he went to my mother's house. The first few weeks he stayed there, he started having wet dreams. I also used to have wet dreams as a kid. Like, I'm like, why am I feeling like I'm about to orgasm in my sleep? Like, that's weird. And it stopped for years until I moved back into my mom's house. The same time as my son starting to have those wet dreams. You understand what I'm saying? Some people will try to keep you focused on your lower chakras, because when you get to your higher chakras, you start to become the Godhead of yourself, of your body, of your experience. And if people feel like they don't have access to that portion of you, and you literally have a mind of your own, they can't control you and they can't stop you from doing what you want to do. They want to be involved. And that's what happened with my mom in this situation and my family. And I can't just put it on her, because she probably was getting scared because she didn't want to get left behind. She had already got the COVID vaccination. So I guess people believe, because there's this thing they say, if they play this certain frequency for 60 seconds, something's going to blow up inside of the daggone body, and then everybody who got the COVID vaccine going to turn into zombies. It's some shit that they said on the news long ago in one of the press conferences when they first released that shit. So I guess that's why everybody's like, no, come on, just do the right thing for everybody. Just be an American. Nah, fuck that. We gonna figure out how to just annihilate whatever sound they talking about that's gonna set this shit off. And like, what? Like, come on now. Y'all gotta really think outside of the box. Like, y'all gonna let some little vaccine scare y'all into doing the shit that y'all know ain't right, when y'all seen how we done stepped and can potentially keep on stepping? Exactly. Like, they not gonna play that frequency, because guess what? Guess who else got the vaccine? Them. So why would they turn their own selves into zombie? Come on now, y'all gotta really start thinking ahead of them like they do. Anywho, so in them years, 7th grade, what was going on in 7th grade? I was still in honors classes. I still had good grades. I was getting my personality. I started becoming a little bit bad, just a little bit, because I started getting my own friends. Like, usually I'd be bouncing around schools. Like, in elementary school, I was kindergarten, 1st grade somewhere, 2nd grade, 3rd grade, 4th grade somewhere, then 5th grade somewhere else. Like, I was boom, boom, 3 different elementary schools. So middle school, I'm here for 3 years, and my aunt had new people and teachers and stuff. So I'm like, I'm really building, like, and this is, again, I'm building myself up, and I'm getting my personality at this time. So, you know, I'm really like feeling like, you know, at one with myself. And have you mind, I have a man in the house for the first time. My grandfather's there. right? So this is the first time I have a masculine energy in the home with me. So that probably also stabilized my confidence level. Another reason why I really didn't feel any of the stresses of life. Now I have a picture of me from that time, and I started realizing like this right eye right here, this will let you know what masculine you're attached to and what's going on in his life, how his eyes read. Now currently I believe this could be my son's father or my brother. Because the last dude I talked to, his is completely different. His is more like a sunkenness, like a long one, and it kind of goes back. It's like a little hollow, his eye. But this is a little puffy. So this is one of them, right? It's not just genetics. It's like, it's vibrational. It's like the person that's locked in with your DNA, whatever masculine is supporting you at that time, you're going to, because a woman is a reflection of her man. That's why the woman is a shapeable, moldable being. Our wombs expand to damn near the size of a watermelon to let a baby come through. We are expandable and moldable. That's why it's important that we have positive masculines in our life. And that's why I'm saying these 3 years when I was away from my mom and my grandmother only, and I had my grandfather there to support me, I was truly becoming a confident woman, girl, female, right? Because he was in corrections. He was a correctional officer. He worked in a jail. He was training all the police officers in PG County. So I really had no reason to not feel like I was confident. Like literally the man that's connected to me is training every single person who's in control of PG County. They policing the space. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like the person who's pouring into me, like they have that much power. So it gave me a sense of comfort because most people fathers is just like wasn't on that level back then. So nothing really fucked with me or affected me in that space back then. So I had a really good space and environment to really build out who I genuinely was. There was no weak points. However, that eye that I had, it was like this. And I never knew that all these years. I look back on a picture. I went to a funeral and I took a picture of my eye used to look like this. So lo and behold, I was actually carrying a whole entire emotional bag load for this person, this man, which is a lot of times what the children are doing, right? So with all that being, no, it's not, it's just my baby father's in prison, that's all. And I spoke on his name. The deep is not calling. He's just in prison. He's been in prison for 5 years. It has nothing to do with me. That's not my life. I didn't choose to go to prison. I chose to be a positive role model for my son and be out here and be a motivational speaker. So whatever he got going on ain't got nothing to do with me. So it's not my problem. Respectfully. Right? So with that all being said, 7th grade, I was forming my personality. In 8th grade, it came a point where I really had to choose my personality. And my grandfather, who I've been living with, was going to move with his girlfriend at the time to a new place, or I could go back with my family, my mother and my grandmother, and go backwards and go back with my brothers and sisters. Which they always felt like because they thought I was spoiled because I left them behind. They're like, you left us behind to go dick ride granddad, and yeah, and we had to stay. We was down for the family. I'm like, I left because our mother needed financial stability, and I was 10 years old and realized that. And I realized that if I just left and gave her the ability to focus on y'all four, because y'all have the same father, and she don't have to deal with 2 different baby daddies, and she could just deal with one and his children, it might help her mind out. Right? I was making these executive decisions at the age of 10. So whatever y'all was thinking was going on back then and what y'all have carried into this present time, it's like, that's not what was going on. I was really like, our mom is paying for Catholic school and barely got enough money to do anything. We living at our grandmother's house on the floor, on an air mattress. I need to just go away and like make whatever money is required to raise me not a part of her life, because I'm never even with y'all on Christmas anyway. I'm always with my grandfather. So it's like, let me just make it easier and just make it a full year thing. I'm thinking like this at 10. So when it came to 8th grade year, he's like, I'm about to move in with her. And I'm like, I don't trust her. You shouldn't move in with her. He ain't listen to me. I'm like, I don't think you should do it. He kept saying, I'm going to punish you after school if you don't come with us to this open house. I'm like, I don't want to go to the open house because I don't want to move with her. I'm like, I don't want to move with her. I don't trust her. Something in my spirit knew to not go that way with that woman. I go back with my mom. I end up living on the floor again, sleeping on the air mattress. And well, at the time, first it was the couches, but then oh no, I'm lying. It was the air mattress first. I think my mom might have gave me the couch, and she took the single chair and like put some chairs out underneath her legs in order to be able to have something flat to lay on. Sometimes I would just sleep in the back room, and eventually I got me a really flat mattress. And that transpired for some time, up until maybe I finished the 8th grade. I actually had to transfer middle schools to a different middle school. And that's when men came into my life. Because again, I was craving or searching for something that I had stability in for the last 3 years. See, I started masturbating when I was 10 years old. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I did. But it wasn't occurring to me that me masturbating in the house was affecting everybody in the house, because I wasn't that spiritually aware. So I'm masturbating pretty much every morning before my grandfather goes off to work, and at night before I go to bed so I could go to sleep. And I get to the point in middle school where girls are like, you could just let him finger you. You don't have to let him have sex with you. And I'm like, wait, what? And this is right before my grandfather is about to move us out. So I meet this boy. He's 1 year younger than me. And well, I allowed him to try that on me, right? And eventually, you know, he put his mouth on my chest. He even put his mouth there. Right? First time I ever got licked on my neck or my ear. I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck? Oh my God. You can get these feelings from doing other stuff. Like, my brain is mind blown, but I'm doing it for the sense of like studying. Like me, when it came to sex, I was like interested in the information my body was receiving. I wasn't like, oh my God, I'm controlled by this feeling. It was like, I'm receiving information. For me, sex was always information download. It was like, I've always been like, I've been a nerd my whole life. Like I was the cell looking for the information. I'm the white blood cell in the body. I'm looking for the information so that when I see this again, I know how to get over it. I am literally a white blood cell. What's this information? So next time I see it, I can annihilate it. That's how my brain was operating when I had a positive masculine complimenting me through my journey of self-discovery. Does that make sense now? Okay, let's move forward then. So when that left my life and I had to go now be a part of a life where only women existed, and I was left as one of the oldest women, and I'm also supporting these women with my energy because they were too supported by the man who used to support me. So now they're looking at me as a gateway to be supported by him because I'm connected to him still. In that space, now we have me in 8th grade getting fingered by a guy on a consistent basis, to the point where we go to Valentine's Day party. I leave the Valentine's Day party and I go with my friend and him, and guess what we go do? We go to a freaking abandoned porch of some sort, and we're sitting up here kissing these boys in the mouth. Had I had my grandfather in my life and I've been living with my grandfather, that would have been an absolute no-no. Now, what happened with that boy, the first boy? I did live with my grandfather, and that day we were supposed to go to an open house. That's why I was in trouble, really, because he knew what I was doing. He's like, we're supposed to be going to an open house right now. You're supposed to be with us, and you sitting over here in Longmead getting touched on by some little needle nose dingleberry friend, little boy. I can't even think of a word for it, right? So when a positive masculine is in a female's life, a lot of things that could have happened wouldn't, because you have that nurturing vibration at home. You're not seeking for it. It is natural for a woman to seek a man's vibration. It's natural for a man to seek a woman's vibration because they complement each other. That is normal. So when we say y'all horny ass, that's normal, especially when you don't have a integrated system at home that's nurturing your need for that. And then when a certain age, again, when you get to middle school and you're building your own identity, you no longer want to have those feelings surrounding your family. You think that that is gross. So once the masculine was removed from my life, I then had open space to now explore other men. But if I would probably would have never went to this place with this boy had my grandfather been involved, because my mother picked me up after the dance with my friend, and she met the boy and the other boy. She met these two boys, and they met her. Rest in peace, Deontay. They met her face to face, and she allowed me to leave the car and go hang out with them instead of taking me straight home. My grandfather be like, "No, we going home. Like, y'all need to make cause he had money, cause he had a stable job, like a man's supposed to. He would have took me straight home, got me McDonald's, got me a hot fudge sundae, and my ass would have been sitting on the couch at home thinking about masturbating. You understand what I'm saying? Had I been in my grandfather's custody." But because, and this is nothing against my mom, but it's just women, we tend to allow, because we weren't allowed to have freedom. So we try to give the other females underneath us more freedom so that they won't feel trapped. Because, of course, you know the book, I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings. Y'all understand? So this is not me passing judgment on any party, but this is me just giving y'all the understanding of the complementariness of the masculine and female energies. So, had all things happen how they supposed to, and I've been stayed with the masculine, that probably wouldn't have happened. But I ended up living with my mom. She allowed me to go with this boy, and the boys were like digga 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 playing with the yoni like it was a daggone DJ board. Dude was trying to act like he was going to try to. I was like, look, I knew back then, we not having sex. That's nasty. I don't care what we do. But that ain't it. That's one thing that was instilled in me for a very long time. People in middle school around me was having sex in the stairwells at school. I knew better than to be having sex. Even when I was not underneath my adult supervision and I wasn't spiritually aware, they like, yeah, listen. I'm like, I'm following behind the girl who also has two women raising her at her house. She over there about to have sex with somebody else's boyfriend. I'm like, that's somebody's boyfriend over there. Like, at least the guy I'm talking to ain't nobody man. I'm doing the right thing. Even when I do the wrong thing, I'm doing the right thing, okay? Right? All right. So we leave. And they're like, so yeah, what y'all want to do now? We about to go in the house. They about to go in the house. In their parents' house. Because, parents allow boys to be out and have more freedom. They can just roll up in the house anytime. She knew that if she went home, she's probably going to get beat with an extension cord. She was told to be home by a certain time, but she didn't tell my mother that. So she's like, let's go down White Oak, the shopping center down the street. We end up meeting this homeless man or some guy. I don't know who he is. And she's like, yeah, we should go to the apartment with him. I'm like, you sure? I'm still nervous. I'm like, I think my mom calling me. My phone ended up dying or something. I don't, or maybe I was denied. I don't know. I think I might have denied my mom's phone call. I can't remember. But I remember waking up in a bathtub. Now, not like we was in the apartment and it kind of got weird. So we was like, we gonna go in the bathroom, and we went into the bathtub and we locked the door. And they kept trying to open the door and get themselves in the bathroom, but they didn't want to break the door because this was an apartment that was a vacant apartment. This was happening to me in middle school. This all happened once. Me and another girl who both were experiencing having a household with two women in charge were in the same space with each other. Does that make sense now? Does that make sense? And y'all see I'm tapping because I'm learning to tap to make like anxiety in my shoulders and stuff go away. Like the tapping methods. Hope that's helping. To learn to tap in certain areas to make certain tensions go away. But that's what happened when two females in a double female household got outside around two boys. But when I was with my grandfather, soon as he's found out boys and was involved, you not going outside, you punished, you not going trick or treating, you staying your ass in the house, you can't do nothing. What's your grades looking like? Oh, your grades starting to go down a little bit now? No. Whereas in my mother's custody, it was always like, oh, well, I remember how it was, so I'm gonna give you freedom. You're the oldest. Like, I was given probably too much freedom. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Probably a little bit too much back then. I think that's why now, even in spirituality, they be trying to like hold me back. But I'm like, nah, y'all gave me all that freedom. Like, leave me in that space. It was meant for y'all to do that so I could understand who I was meant to be. A leader. My life path number is 1. So when it comes to masculines, complements, and feminines, that right there in child rearing is a big, big deal. Girls need their father and their mother. It's no such thing as you, a woman raising a daughter with a woman in the house, because you don't know what that little girl needs in order to keep her mind off of chasing behind another masculine energy, because it's only natural that the vagina and the penis magnetize to itself. So if a father's not in the house, because the father is just like in the Bible, yea, I walk through the valleys of shadows and death, it is his rod that keeps me stable and sturdy. It is natural. It is natural for a woman to be attracted to a male's energy, to want to have a male energy feeling in her womb. That is a natural, normal thing. You'll see in Hinduism, that is something that is expressed widely in their religion and their culture. Example, this Ankh sign here. This is literally exactly what it's all about. The man's penis and the feminine's organ. This also could be considered a whole entire uterus, where this is the entry point for the penis and this is the two fallopian tubes and this is where the baby is held. But either way, this still represents the masculine and the feminine combined. So it's only natural that those two things come together to make the keys of life, right? The keys of life. I'm sorry, y'all. I got somebody jumping in the energy that's like, I don't know why people are coming out their house walking around in the rain. Of all things, like, God forbid. Why would you come out here in the rain? I can't understand. And bring a dog in the rain. That dog gonna stink so damn bad when you take it in the house. Like, their energy is already given. So, or maybe it's my energy and I'm just in my bubble. Who knows? I wouldn't walk a dog in the rain. It's just stinky as fuck. I'm not leaving my house driving somewhere to walk a dog in the rain. That just makes absolutely no fucking sense. But anyway. It's only natural that that little girl is going to fiend for a masculine's energy. And if you're not giving her that or a replacement of that or of some sort, she's going to start looking for it in other places. Because I wasn't thinking, like, I had fun masturbating in the house. But then when I was in a house with all females and a bunch of kids, 4 kids and me and 2 women, there was nowhere to masturbate. I didn't have my own bedroom anymore. There was no shower head in the shower. So those feelings of normalcy that I had now come to a level of agreement with were no longer there. So then I started doing the real thing. That's what brought me into sexuality, the ability to not explore my own self. So when we get to this point in time when we're adults and people say, ew, you're an adult and you masturbate, you a weak ass person, or you a simp, or what? I congratulate any man that rather sit in his house and beat his penis and masturbate. I congratulate any woman that rather masturbate rather than go outside and look for that in somebody who probably has a whole bunch of demons and everything else attached to them. I'm wholeheartedly clapping for anyone who is masturbating instead of having sex with random people. Because when you start to attract things, like I said, I started dealing with this boy, right? Next thing you know, I'm skipping school. I'm smoking Black and Milds behind him. I'm following into because the woman is going to be led by the masculine energy that she's involved with. So if I'm now connected to this masculine energy, it's encompassing my whole entire womb. So my womb is now doing whatever it does. That's how it works. That's why men lead women. So if he's smoking and he drinking and he doing all that, he's skipping school. What you think I started doing in that year? And I'm in a household ran by 2 women. So punishment wasn't really punishment back then. They stopped beating me when I was in 3rd grade. My granddad probably was the last person to lay the belt to my skin. And that was that day when I went out there and I was messing with that boy. And I laid down, thought I was about to have me some sex with a little boy. He licked my cootie cat and touched my cootie cat and put his mouth on my body parts. My granddad beat my ass. Okay? Now, I don't know why he didn't beat my aunt ass, because she was doing it too. But that's neither here nor there. My point is, masculine energy and feminine energy complement each other, because when they're both present in a household, there's balance. And the children that come from that are balanced. But when it's too much feminine energy, the ship start rocking to one side. There's no balance of the masculine to bring that womb into uprightness, so it can go straight up and ascend. You get what I'm saying? A man's energy pumps up, especially when a woman knows how to keep her balance. A female with no masculine energy and it's all feminine is pretty much like this to the wayside. Getting ran over top of, driven over top of, demolished, crushed, inserted into, because it ain't nothing that's holding the holes closed. There's nothing plugging the holes closed. That's why when you get involved with a man, he takes over all of your open holes, because he doesn't want anything else outside of him to influence the world that he lives in. He has to be a strong man. He has to be aware of his occult knowledge so that he can influence your world and be your leader and provider of what you need. That is a thing. But because of the world that we live in, where patriarchy also includes capitalism, damn near communism, and competition, we now no longer have that harmony where men are already plugged in with their women from birth. Children are already brought into a world where it's stable, things are good. The only people that do have that are the people who didn't suffer from the slavery for the last 400 years. The families who literally came into our peaceful environments and destroyed that for us. We had that. Native Americans had that. Africans had that. We had that going on in our communities long before we were taken over by any racial group, racial profile. We had what they make us, like Kanye said, they make us hate ourselves and love their wealth. That's why Shawty's holler where the ball is at. They concocted this problem and made it so, like this man right here who's literally hanging his leg out the car, he's waiting for me to start stumbling on my words so he can influence what I have to say. I don't want your influence, sir. No thank you. I appreciate you, but no thank you. I'm okay right now. We talking about black people issues. I'm gonna let you into the chat in a little bit, but the point that I'm making here is that completion of those two things complementing each other are so important, because when you finally have a woman who can actually be feminine, she's happy, she's soft, she's not hardened. She's just sitting in her feminine energy, just emitting those frequencies. She's able to just be that. But then when we have this where it's like this predatory masculine, he's like running into the energy, he's trying to get his foot in the door. Sir, the answer is no. I said no thank you. We've said no thank you. Why are you still standing in front of us trying to insert your energy into something that we said no thank you to? You get what I'm saying? Like they don't get no thank you. They just I'm a man. I'm a man. You don't tell me no. I'm going to fix this problem. You don't realize. No, sir. I actually realize where I'm at, but I'm preaching from a space. If you take me to a certain space, I can't speak from that space. I can't speak from certain energies if I let you into my aura. And I don't want everybody in my clamshell. It's closed for a reason. So anywho, but again, naturally him driving up here, me being here, the energies naturally magnetized towards each other. It's a natural thing. It's something that we can't really fight as much as we want to. Like he's just gonna keep look y'all, see, he done walked in front of the car. I just said no, he's still gonna walk over here. I just said no. Some men just don't take no for an answer. I'm like, bro. But that's a natural thing. Sometimes, if they was raised in their households to think, no, honey, I want it now, Mom. You're gonna give it to me. Fine, just take it. That's why they feel like they could just take whatever they want to. That's why our president is running around talking about some grab her by the pussy. You understand? What we are experiencing today is not some random occurrence. This was a calculated plan. The old world order was calculated by old folk who realized all of these things back when they was wearing leggings and freaking Reese's cups for shoulder pads. They realized if they can control the money, the women, and the children, that they were able to monopolize that. And they wrote into the Constitution ways of being able to do that and supposedly eradicate slavery. But the 13th Amendment says that slavery is only illegal unless you're in prison. Once you are a prisoner, you're able to be held as a slave and chattel and property of the United States of America. That's why the fact that so many black men are incarcerated boggles my mind, but then we all don't know about the 18 U.S. Code 1581, which says any act of peonage is actually illegal. So trying to tell me that I have to have sex with, or I have to be incarcerated by, that's illegal. But most of us don't know that. Most of us don't know that. Again, because if we grew up in a home that was broken, we weren't encouraged to learn certain things because we were too busy trying to survive. Because when it's two women running the household, what happens to those boys in the house? They become men, grown men with the understanding of divinity long before they were even supposed to jump into that pit of holding a woman up. What happens to the girl who doesn't have that masculine energy holding her up and keeping her morals above all things beneath her? She falls into the pit. She becomes carnage. So we as people have to understand that masculine feminine energy is complementary, but we also got to realize that we have a lot of broken homes that were this was a calculation, as this was an algorithm that was programmed into us. We used to have happy homes. We used to have luxury. Black people own gold. Ghana was called the Gold Coast before it was Ghana. The majority of gold came from Ghana. We as Americans no longer even have a currency backed by gold. Our currency really ain't shit out here in these streets. So the fact that we're fighting each other over it and finding devices and ways to really like hurt and torture and torment each other behind it is just crazy to me. Because it's like, how dare you? Like, even me, I know my son's father is still trying to hold on to my consciousness. Like, I could feel my body, like my spirit going up in front of me. But I feel like I'm falling back because I'm stuck in his spirit, his body. I feel like literally he has my energy inside of a shell that is him. And he's like using me to like help himself feel better in prison. It's like, no, my spirit is supposed to be going up and ascending. Why are you trying to hold me down here? I'm not in jail. That's why all these men probably keep trying to come over here. They probably like, get him off of her. He's energy vamping you. That's why you gotta, as a woman, have positive masculines around you that are going to help uplift you out of these situations. So I get really weirded out a lot of times when my brother tries to be like that. Me and my brother used to live with each other, but it's like he was the closest thing to support for me outside of all these times. And people say, oh, well, that's incest. Well, think about it like this. When a father gives his daughter away at a wedding, what do you think is happening there? If in the study of Freud, we are taught by our parents who to pick as partners, what do you think was happening there the whole entire time? That is the natural way things are supposed to be programmed. You're supposed to be riding your father's wee-wee until you find a man, because your father is navigating the ship that is your mother. You're supposed to be in that. That's what it's supposed to be. Your father's supposed to be the one blocking up all those holes, making sure no one can get in there, so that until he gives you away to a husband that he trusts, you're safe. Because you as a woman, they're kidnapping kids physically, but spiritually people are being kidnapped as well. You go to work and you don't have a husband supporting you, you could end up going home with 25 different men and not even know it. Getting gangbanged at work and not even know it. And a lot of the times they'll see a woman who's strong like myself and they'll put me with a weak man who they already have compromised and have control over and have access to, just in order to keep me at a low level so that I can't run my position. I wasn't given this mole in the middle of my forehead for no reason. This third eye is huge. I wasn't given a life path number 1, master manifester. All these Masonic numbers is my birthday. These codes, these keys to life. I wasn't given. I don't even have. I've never even read an occult book. This shit just downloaded into my brain naturally. I never had to open up. But the only book I read was the Emerald Tablets, and that book really didn't teach me anything, except for if you want to be able to get around the higher ups. Basically, you have to be able to move in circles, spheres, and squiggles. Because everything that they teach you in these organizations is angles, triangles, lines, angles, triangles, lines. They don't teach you about just being a freaking, oh, that's a snake. That's just a energy that's chaotic. No, it's just an energy that's not willing to be tamed into y'all's weird ass, oh, it has to be this shape or that shape. Like, no, it doesn't. Says who? Says who? A sphere. You learn that your aura is circular around you. They trying to sit here and stab you in your aura. And they really got these men doing things like this to women who are knowledgeable of themselves, like myself, thinking, oh yeah, you're gonna get more kudo points if you do this to her. Because if you don't, then we're gonna do it to you. That's how they butt break them, the once protecting masculine. They butt break him into believing that all he can do for you is submit you to him. Otherwise, they'll be doing what they doing to you, to him. But since you're feminine, you're supposed to just be able to take it, and it's supposed to just feel normal to you, so you wouldn't even notice. For instance, this morning I woke up and I got myself into my own energy. As soon as I thought about my grandmother, I started feeling this horrible headache. Now, y'all, look at my ankles, bro. Look at this. All this. I'm looking like her. It's like I've now embodied her spirit. And it's like, I don't even sit in the house all day. Like, I don't need that energy. I don't need to be attached to that. But in my dream, it's like my son's father wants me to be stuck at her house forever. And I'm looking at him like, I can't be stuck at her house. I have stuff to do in life. Like, if you decided to get locked up and go to prison for 17 years, that's on you. You can't try to stop me from being successful to think that that's going to help you get home from prison faster when you've already made the decision 3 times to keep doing the same shit. And now you wondering why you can't make it home when you want to come home. And I'm not saying that to be like, because again, masculine and feminine energy complements itself, right? But people got to really sit here in this understanding of life like, no, baby. You made a decision. I made a decision. And I've been standing on business about my decision. You trying to get people in my family to team up against me, come against me, and hurt me and harm me and all this. This makes no sense. If you're a Mason, cool. I don't care if you're whatever, whoever you are. You're trying to stop me from my potential. You're then even being in my energy, my aura, you're making it seem like this is my energy. And now people who want to possibly build with me, like people who are walking around me, like I'm sitting here being offended by everybody walking in my energy. Whole time, these people might actually be good people with good energy that would be healthy to be in. Because it doesn't matter whether you're white, pink, black, green, gray, whatever color you are. At the end of the day, a good person is a good person is a good person. Right? A good person is a good person. These people are seeing my energy and they're trying to lift me up out of it. They're like, what is this? We trying to get this up off of you. What is it? I'm like, it's his energy. He's in prison. People want to beat that up off me every day. Even a dude that I talk to, he's like, you're a crazy witch. I'm like, it's not me. You're probably dealing with my baby father from prison. Like he even said, ain't no nigga ever gonna get you unless they go through me. If they can't beat me, then they can't have you. That is not protecting as a masculine. That is toxic masculinity, because that masculine grew up in a mother and father household. However, mother was the one who was enforcing the ass whoopings, not so much the father. Father was always at work. So father wasn't teaching son how to go, and then father was also cheating on mother, having other women. So he wasn't showing the right example. Just because you have a 2-parent household doesn't mean that you're going to be perfect, because that doesn't, you might not be seeing the right example in front of you. You got to understand, when it comes to this thing about being a parent, these two adults have to be mature enough to understand that, one, I'm going to put what I personally want behind me, and I'm going to serve these children, because these children deserve a better life. It's not about what we want anymore. It's about what our kids deserve. Our kids deserve a world that they don't have to work hard like us. Our kids deserve a world where we don't have to worry about freaking crazy ass people doing crazy ass shit. Our kids deserve that shit. Our children deserve a better life. My son's energy is not this dark ass cloud. Because during his years where he got to define himself, my mother, she did give him supposedly, I guess, a safer environment per se. He had his own room, which was my sister's room, and he had his own personal space, his own bathroom. So if he needed to masturbate, whatever he needed to do, he could get that out of his system, sexualize himself, build his own identity in the basement as well. So he's far away from them. But like whenever they felt like they want to gather in the kitchen and be above him, they would still have access to his energy. So he really didn't have privacy. Whereas like with me, I had my bedroom. It was at the top of the stairs. It was right at the top, so I could still hear what was going on in the kitchen, but I was still above them. So it didn't feel like someone was like stomping on my aura. I was always on the top floor. In any house that I've ever been, I've always been on the top floor. It never was like somebody boom, boom, boom on top of my head making me feel like uncomfortable or small or stuff like that. So for me, some people are like, oh, your son needs to learn how to respect his father. But if a kid starts picking up on the fact that my father, my mother is doing something bad to my parent and they don't deserve it, at that point, you can't get mad at the kid for reacting how the kid acts. The kid is completely in their right mind to go against their parent. The parent's literally doing something on purpose. Like, and then if it's also affecting the kid too, and that's another thing though. Sometimes society will purposely hurt and harm a child to make them go against their parent too, because they understand the household is actually a strong household when put together. So it's a lot of different concepts and perspectives to really bring into this, but the perspective that I'm also bringing here is like, gender role is this: men are meant to protect. If you as a man don't have the goal to protect the woman that you're about to deal with, because if you had a property, you wouldn't let your property become dilapidated. You wouldn't let rats take over and infest your apartment. You wouldn't let roaches come into your apartment. Whatever the property is, even if it's a store, you wouldn't allow that property to become a space or a place that wasn't clean, wasn't well taken care of, because it would look bad on your name. Like if you go to a corner store and it smells funky and shit in there, even if they got the best pickled eggs, you gonna always remember that store stink like shit. They got some good pickled eggs though. This fucking store stink, bruh. I don't know what it is about that store. It stink, bruh. It's just, but that's, you get what I'm saying? So as a property owner, you're not gonna allow your properties to become dilapidated. You're not gonna allow them to become, classless. You're not gonna be out here talking about your property like, yeah, I don't really fuck with that property over there. That property ain't really shit. It still make me a little bit of money or whatever, I guess, but you're going to treat all your properties with the same respect, because you want to be able to maximize the max on your return when it comes to the love you get from it, the energy you get from it, the money you get from it, the regard you get from the community regarding on how you're appropriately handling that property. And men, when they understand life like that, they think about their women that they have, the women that they're attached to like that. Since the word, that law, what is it? The Esther bill is coming up, and men will be able to treat women like property. Well, men would honestly understand that it would make sense to treat your property with respect, because you want to make money off of it. You don't want people to look at your property and be like, ugh, I ain't shopping here. This shit look disgusting. I guess I'm gonna bust a little nut off of here or something. Like, it's people around here looking like they trying to fix the damn property up. Like, there's men around here running around here trying to help get this damn demon off my back. The sun's starting to come out. Y'all see it now. As soon as I spoke about my son. But don't stay in a relationship or a situation where your property owner, husband, boyfriend, friend is disrespecting the fuck out of you. That boy threw that shit all over my car. I said, oh, wow. But understand, I didn't get into these positions with these men until I did not have a positive, strong, upstanding, masculine energy guiding and leading me. Because even when mom left that apartment, even when my mother left that apartment, I'm sorry, some of my energy is in my face right now. It's really annoying. Hold on. Sorry, y'all. Even when my mother left that apartment, um and she moved in with that man, he wasn't necessarily the man she should have moved in with. She was settling, but he had money. So had this girl that was living in the house that was supposedly his cousin. She's like, oh, she came to me one day and was like, he was licking my crotch. And I'm like, this the guy my mom supposed to be talking to. I'm ninth grade. I'm 13 years old. And this woman telling me this. Yeah, this man, he was licking my crotch. Yeah. He was doing all kinds of nasty stuff to me. Yeah, girl. And I'm just looking like, meanwhile, this is supposed to be this is my mom's current husband. Right? And I'm not saying this to put her business out in the street, but it's like, that wasn't the right man to move your daughters and your sons in with if literally now the girl could have been delusional and lying. She could have been. She could have lied just to get under something. Cause I gotta find somewhere to live. Well, fuck that. I'm gonna fuck it up. Yeah, he licking my crotch and he ain't faithful. But even the ex-wife was saying he wasn't faithful. Next thing, I mean, he currently, I would say more, but I'm not gonna put nobody's business out there, right? But that wasn't the person to lead the household. And sometimes as women, we stay in these situations where we're in a single mother household and we're having women around us to support us, to help us raise these children, because of the fact that, well, in fact, the men that we chose showed us all the reasons why we shouldn't choose them. I don't know who this is. Randomly a black car. Now we got a silver car coming in the front. Oh God, I guess my brother and they done found me. They like, okay, we found her. Come on, let's get her and lift her back up where she's supposed to be at. She was in a dark ditch. Let's go get her. Let's pick her up. We found your sister. Come get her. I'm dead ass. Like, bro, they're just sitting here like manscaping the whole entire property, like looking around. He bought him some coffee. He's like, yeah, it's cool out here. We're cool. Whatever. My vagina says otherwise. It feels like it's freaking weird ass cords like tied in front of my cooch. I can't explain it. It's the weirdest feeling. Like, I think, and this is another part of spirituality that a lot of people don't realize. Like, it literally feels like it's like two cords tied around my body that go like this on the outside of my cootie cat. That are pulling up. Right? And I'm like, am I tied in ropes at this point? Am I tied up in bondage? What is the feeling? Because I've never felt like this before. And it's just two random men sitting here smoking cigarettes in front of me. It's creeping me the fuck out. So I'm going to go to my grandma's house. Yeah, I'm going to go to my grandma's house because they could maybe try to donate energy. I don't know how they're looking at it, but maybe they're getting a pick-me-up from this. But I don't know. Yeah, you go tap it with the waterfall. I don't know. I don't like it. My solar plexus feels off. I feel dysregulated in my solar plexus because I'm sitting here trying to give y'all a message, but it's like, You're like, oh, we found your sister. We brought her back. Come on. Come back to the digital AI side where we got control over y'all and we got roots on y'all. No, take the roots off of me and just let us be human. Like, y'all trying to turn everybody into robots because y'all got that damn vaccination. And that's where everything got fucked up, where men started thinking like they had the right to just put their penis in any woman that was just sitting there minding her business. But at the point where men stopped supporting and protecting women, It left us out here butt naked to be probed and prodded by random men. And then these secret societies formatted so it's like, okay, we'll all share each other's wives. If you see my wife out in town, make sure you keep her safe. If you see my girlfriend out in town, make sure you keep her safe. If you see my sister out in town, keep her safe. Give her the support that I would give her, but keep her safe. Get her out of that bind or whatever's tying her up. Get her out of that and bring her back home and keep her safe, which I appreciate. But in that same breath, it's like, it's not always pure. Sometimes it's like a little pew pew. But again, when the community learns to get back to that idea that the men are here to protect women, like literally all here to protect us, and that can include providing, but it's not limited to just you being a provider, then we have a more balanced experience that we live in. When women realize that their job is to, in fact, hold space and nurture men, yes, we will finally get that sense of empowerment back. That sense of feeling like we're in control of something, because we are, in fact, supposed to be in control of what? Our households, our bodies, our children, our babies, and how those minds are cultivated into the world, because that is a signature of what we are. That is a signature of our culture. So if my culture was to homeschool my kid and bring them into a realization of their culture as it pertains to our spiritual beliefs, not necessarily religion, because a lot of people, oh, we're only Catholics. No, everybody's not Christian. Everybody's not Catholic. Not everybody does not Jesus. Most religions do not incorporate Jesus. Jesus is a very small pentacle. Understand that Jesus ain't really. Chris is Jesus. Ganesh is Jesus. Who else is a kid in the story? That's the Son, period. When it comes to the Holy Trinity, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, Jesus is the Son. And Ganesh is Shakti and Shiva's baby. So that's why that's Jesus. Horus is the baby of Osiris and Isis. All the stories talk about how important the son is. Having an heir to your throne, having a masculine heir to your throne as a man is very important, because that's the only way that your last name will get carried on for another generation. Women cannot carry on a last name. We can keep our father's name. My mother kept her father's last name. She kept Roberts as her last name, but eventually she got married and her last name's now Brown. So now she's, she'll go down in the book of Browns. She won't be a book of Roberts anymore. Meanwhile, my last name's still Roberts. So I'm still like the last generation of the last name Roberts getting anywhere, because there's no men in our family with the last name Roberts. So essentially, if I don't carry this last name out and not get married, then there will not be no more Robertses coming from our particular stem, from my grandfather's loin. Or my aunt, because my aunt, she has a man. I'm pretty sure he would want his daughter to have his last name, or whatever. So literally, I'm like the last standing generation of Roberts in my family right now. And I don't get enough credit for that. I feel like people, they try to protect me because of it when it's convenient, but then they forget about the fact that I still need care. What I'm saying? It's like, okay, on 4th of July, everybody's like, oh, you look so beautiful. I'm so grateful to have you be a part of my family, and whoa, blah, 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 blah. But then it's like, I hear what you're saying, but I've been homeless for 8 months. Where the fuck was that energy at when I needed a place to stay at to wash my ass, But in a more positive space, because we're here to just simply motivate, right? You can go through all of this as a woman and become so strong. And that's why a lot of women are in our masculine energy, because we go through stuff like this. Like I just explained, being homeless for 8 months. And people just treating you like your property and picking you up and throwing you all around town. Okay, she got that energy. She open, y'all. Come on. Everybody come shop in my store. Come get a little dose of this energy that don't I be with J Money serving everybody? Why would you serve up the goddess to the demons? Who the fuck, if you got a goddess, if you got the last to the heir to the throne, why would you serve that vagina up to the fucking, to the world? You get what I'm saying? We got to learn to protect our daughters in all stages of life, especially when you know that your daughter just went through a divorce. You gonna leave her out for dead in the streets? Oh, I told you not to go with that man. Too bad. Don't come back home. I'll be right back. Hold that thought. Oh, so funny. I literally just encountered a whole entire experience. So what happened was I walked in the store and the Asian man was walking in front of me. And I literally just saw, it's like I saw so many personifications of everything we just spoke on. So I'm going to go for the first one. Asian man was walking in front of me into the McDonald's so I had to use the bathroom. He walks in, and instead of holding the door open for me, he just simply lets the door pretty much close in my face twice. And I'm like, dang, who raised you? In America, in a space where we could literally be sitting here and we see somebody walking into the daggone store behind us and we don't hold the door open for them? What the hell? This is America, though. We swear up and down we raised perfect and we want to be seen as upstanding citizens compared to other, racial groups, financial parties and stuff. But it's like your fucking morale and your home training gave piss poor at that point. Now, maybe it's because I had an energy around me that he didn't like or favor, whatever. So, moving forward, the other dude even saw what he did and was like, looking at him like, hey, bro, why you ain't hold the door open for her? I went to the bathroom, used the bathroom, business as usual, came out of the bathroom. Oh, shit, my phone went back an hour in time again. Shit, I hate it when it does this. I mean, my car does this from time to time. Usually when I end up off my timeline, I have to get back on my timeline. I got lost in time for a little bit. I got to get back on my correct timeline. Because I'm sitting here thinking it's only 7:21 the whole time. It's 8:21. I got to be to work at 11. I could end up messing up. This has been happening since the summer solstice, too. Ever since the summer solstice, I was dating someone at the time, and every time we break up and I end up trying to go do my own thing, same thing happens every time. It's like I get lost in the time frame. That's what I'm saying. Everything gets quantum. And it's like when you get to this level of spiritual awareness, it's like I'm wondering at this point, because masculine and feminine are so complementary to each other, is it possible to get a divorce clean cut? Or is it really like something that's really deep? Because again, every time we try to leave each other, it starts to rain outside. It's no sun outside. It's like the whole entire world and fucking came to an end. And I think it's the word that you build together as a couple comes to an end. But it's like every time me and him break up, this what happens outside. Every single time. Every time I'm like, okay, I'm blocking him on the phone. I don't want to be with him no more. Fuck it, forget it. This happens. This white sky thing. It's just bleak. Just ugh. Right now, funny things, I went into the store and it felt like something was like stabbing me through my neck right here. I don't know what the hell that was, but it felt like the same strings I was talking about that was like pulling me, those same strings, they kind of made them go away, I guess, to a certain degree. They made them go away in the store for a little period of time. But I don't know, I'm starting to wonder, like, what's the point of those things? Like, I don't know where they're coming from, who they're attached to, what energy. Is it my son's energy? I don't think so. Is it my energy? I feel like it's somebody else's. And that's why the guy I was talking to, he was like, yeah, that thing is like it's just a metal structure now. It's just metal. It's just leave it alone. Just let it go. I guess he's like a time traveler for real. Because how are you telling me about something like that? Like, I don't know. Anyway, neither here nor there. So, yeah, I'm glad I just fixed my clock. I go into the store, that happens. I leave the store. And once I leave the store, I walk out and I see a woman, but she's dressed like a boy. She has on like masculine attire, like sweatpants and locks. I'm just like, everything I just spoke on, I got to see outside of myself. So like here we have a woman being masculine, wearing masculine clothes. Her mother got 2 sons. The mother's trying to sit back and nurture the 2 boys. She's trying to walk ahead of her mother. She's trying to hold down the spot, trying to be strong for the mother. It's like, it's just a whole entire, for lack of better words, it is a shit show. Because like expecting a woman to out-masculine a man, knowing that men literally have an advantage of being able to see from a higher perspective than us sometimes on the physical plane. We see higher than them spiritually when it comes to like, and usually they only get access to see that high, usually because they're attached to one of us. Like when I was dating this guy who was an Army Air Force person, when I would look from the higher ups in his car, he had a Tesla. So when you see from up above in a Tesla, everything's all white. So when I'm looking from his perspective up above, everything was all white, right? Excuse me. I just realized a horrible secret about someone doing spell work and root work on me. Wow. But anyway, yeah. Seeing from his perspective, you would see everything from a higher point, and like everything was white. So I got to see from his third eye view, right? And he was kind of using like my highest third eye to like just feel comfortable in his store. And plus he's military, so he gets the ability to do that. So it was a really good safe space, honestly. I never felt like taken advantage of, but it wasn't until I had to go for a haircut. And it's like when you go get a haircut, you gotta, pour into the person who's doing your haircut, because if you fuck them up or you try to like, go to the store and quote unquote shop, then you might end up with a fucked up shape up. So when it comes to people who provide customer service, your job is to actually pour into those people so that they can give you a good service as a customer, whether you believe it or not. And as it pertains to feminine and masculine, masculines pour in by uplifting the women with their wand. Women pour into the masculine population and the feminine population by simply the same thing. I mean, our clitoris is the same thing as a penis. So the same way that a penis can, vibrate at a certain frequency, a clitoris can also do the same thing. Right? So pouring into people like that, trying to help uplift them, because essentially we get our information from our erogenous tissue, a lot of us. So it's not completely obscene and just grow, oh my God, this is so gross. Now, if you're just doing it and somebody, like if a kid is like, absolutely no, like, and someone says no thank you, and you have telepathy, you can hear, you grown enough to hear what people saying, or they giving you energy of like stop, then that's when you stop. Don't keep pushing, on somebody that is literally telling you stop. Simple as that. So I really don't know what I've now encountered, because again, my clock in my car went backwards again. That always happens when I stop talking to that guy, because we were talking during the planetary alignment, and that kind of like is important when you're supposed to lock in with people. And he was there. He was the one I was locked in with at the time. So, it's kind of a trivial or I don't even know what this word I'm trying to look for, in the space of masculine and feminine energy attempting to support itself. I'm not sure what one is supposed to do at this point, because it's like the sky's still white. Like it was turning back blue last night. We was getting back to being cloudless last night, but this morning I felt the family trying to like, where you think you going? I'm like, where I'm supposed to go. Why y'all not trying to get there is a question. But anywho, when it comes to masculine and feminine, they're naturally attracted to. Who energy is this? This is so, I can't stand this. This feels so disgusting. All right, it's like somebody trying to put a freaking doggy muzzle on me or some shit. Like, girl, go the fuck on. And I think that's because maybe in her relationship, she's been silenced to say the things that she knows, because she was the one who brought me all of this knowledge. But absolutely not. We don't need muzzles. We don't need that energy. You need to untrap yourself before you sit over here and try to tell me to sit down. You need to learn how to stand up. I'm learning how to stand up for something or fall for anything. Right? So let me go ahead and give y'all a quick look. I think I'm gonna just do the Kipper deck. We're just gonna do the Kipper deck today, because I've been on here for an hour and a half. Okay, Spirit, what do you have to tell us today? But again, like, just really focus on ascending. And ascending is getting into a space of loving. Like realizing If you don't like your job because it makes you feel like you're pouring into something that isn't valuable or valid to you, then switch jobs. Keep switching jobs until you find the one. Like, it's nothing wrong with, even in this stage of life, still bouncing around, because I'm only 30. I'm just a spiritually aware 30-year-old. But that doesn't mean I have to stop looking for a job that better suits my spirituality and my actual design. Because there are plenty of yogis out here who are literally able to just do yoga all day. Hold on, y'all. Okay, I don't know why that all just made me feel so much better. Just those two things, like energy attachment, manipulation. Yeah, somebody's trying to attach an entity. That's what I'm like. I know something don't feel right. Somebody doesn't want you to be single, sexy, and successful. Like, I feel it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Ooh, what is that? Oh my god, that just hurt so bad. Excuse me. Somebody wants commitment. I can tell, because I'm like, you hear me, my voice now, like, whoever that was, they just had to get up off my line. Damn, boy. Move out the way. As much as you be wanting to save your own family and your old life, it's like sometimes you gotta move on. Self-love is so important. If you as a man show a woman 20 times why she shouldn't be with you, you can't get mad at the 21st time when she finally say fuck you. Okay, somebody's throwing you evil eye. I knew I felt it. Yeah, I feel that shit. Somebody throwing evil eye bad as fuck. Because you're about to be single, sexy, and successful, and you're really a sweetheart, and people are finally starting to see that. Like, your divination is letting you know this also has something to do with lust. So somebody has a lustful energy towards you. And your divination is going to let you know who that is. Their occupation is to be a lust demon. Interesting. They want you mentally unstable and emotionally unstable. Hi, squirrel. Oh, look, a squirrel just trying to get a nut. Hey, squirrel. How you doing? The squirrels are telling me to climb the tree. Oh. The squirrels are telling me I need to climb the tree. They saying you down here at the bottom because you're not climbing. You know you got to start climbing yourself. You got to start putting that work in. You got to start climbing yourself or else you're going to become the roots. Eight, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, and 33. Climb the tree. Oh my God. What is he doing back here? That's interesting. And it feels like he's so far, like it looks like he's far, far away. That's crazy. He's back here because my eye just got small. Like he's far behind. Something about your child. His tears in his eyes. This is one thing I can't stand. Like, bro. Something to do with your relationship in a courthouse decision. You being a starseed or your child being a starseed. Again, manipulation came in. So people are manipulating you and your child. Like, I'm trying to tell y'all, my son is a miracle. The fact that that boy was born and I got my stomach x-rayed and they were telling me, you're just constipated, all this different stuff. A whole miracle. It's a karmic feminine who's about to transition. Surprise. So some karmic feminine is about to pass away. I wonder who that is. Or they're going to have a rebirth, one or the other, if they don't actually physically pass away. But this feels like, or it looks like it's a physical transition. Something about a soulmate. Literally living in two different timelines at the same time is a crazy thing. Can't even lie to you. Okay, first came the relationship. It's actually divine, even though people don't believe it. It's part of your occupation. The family is holding you back. They want to keep being in your space. Hey, can you see me? Don't leave us behind, because you're a rising star. And they're making false documents and false statements about you in the spirit realm because you're ascending, and they don't want that to be the case. They want you to look like you're descending. Like this morning when I woke up, I felt so clean in my energy. The second I thought about my grandparents, it felt like something encapsulated my brain and just like started hurting my head. Like it just started hurting so bad. It just felt like something just shut down on me and was just like shoo. And like the sky was starting to get blue and everything. It's like they trapped me inside of their brain. It's like I don't want to live in your mind anymore. I don't care for how you think. I don't care for how you operate. I don't care for how the government responds to your nervous system, because it won't allow me to grow. It's not that I don't love you. I don't care for the fact that you're trying to trap me in this bubble. I don't care for the fact that you're trying to trap anybody into a bubble, especially when you see that they have the ability to go way further than you. That's so disrespectful. It's like, it's time for you to realize, like, your time is about to be up. Y'all are grandparents. Y'all parents are still alive. Y'all breaking the laws at this point. Like, obsession is an understatement. With this rich guy, exactly. It's like, I can't really, because again, that person did put their hands on me and did do crazy things, but I'm starting to see a pattern as to why this probably happened. With people who are so well versed in occult knowledge, would it be hard to believe that maybe every single man that came across a divine woman in this family was I don't know, supposed to be with these men, but they were spiritually attacked, which drove the men insane instead of the woman, because they call themselves protecting their divine babies, divine masculine, right? But I see it's a distant future. This would just happen. Distant future. Love offer. But then it says blocked. Now I know I did put a few people on the block list in my phone. I ain't gonna hold you. And it says divine masculine at the bottom of the deck. But it's like, my grandmother is in this neighborhood. Probably the body, soul, spirit, everything in this neighborhood. But it's like, when I felt free from y'all's energy this morning and I could see myself spiritually, I felt so good. Why would y'all come and bring your energy back to me to try to like pull me down again? Excuse me. You know, it's like the engagement was high. We had 12, 13 people in here at the same time. And as soon as I talked about them, and like the numbers just start going down. It's like you start putting one and two together. Like, hold on. Unexpected money's on the way. A twin flame might be the one to bring this to you. Because you also are a rich girl. And it's funny because that's what the guy had said to me. He's like, you know you really rich, right? Like you got, it's like the craziest, I would see the craziest shit when I was with him. Through my third eye. It's like, yo. In this reality, you might seem like a demon. You might seem dead. But it's like, in the reality that you belong in, which is like, I came back to come get your ass and bring you home. I came back to come bring you home. In that reality, you might actually be changed. You might be trusted. The ancestors approved of it. There's actual money and there's actually an awakening happening right now. Like, oh shit, hold up. You might be the master key. Awaken. Look, you saw my face? Hold on. Did you just see my face? And be of high honor. But they got you locked up in bondage right now. And they wonder why every time they try to put you in bondage, it don't work. And it's like the same thing been happening to me. And it's like, I've been trying to figure it out myself. It's like, oh. And it's so funny because I also had dreams that I was going to move to a house in Texas. Now that I look back on things, it's like, yeah. Wish I was in, look, achievement. But the kid might not like it. Because I know how it is to be a firstborn and be pushed into another relationship. It's like you feel like you get essentially sacrificed for your parent to be happy. It feels like the worst shit possible. It feels like you lose every single part of you, especially with him being conscious. It's like you just feel like you lose everything. You feel like your whole soul gets split in half just to make your parent happy. And you call yourself or they call you rebelling, when really it's like, I'm just trying to be who I felt like I was before you got into this relationship, because you don't realize that I'm going through all of that because I'm you. They said this is real love. So this is love. Oh, this is love. But there's a thief somewhere in the mix who's jealous and envious. Something to do with your chakras. Blocking the throat chakra has been a heavy thing recently. But yeah, abundance is on the way. You got to travel to get it though. Something to do with the Ice King doing voodoo. I knew it. I know I wasn't tripping. Trying to cause emotional pain and put you in a third-party stitch and in bondage and take away your bliss. But look, swore up and down, they was mature. Had a whole community doing this shit to you. Calling themselves your twin flame. when really the veil exposed it, that they already had passed on. And you got thoughts about that. They already showed their face. They already showed their cut. They already showed that they, like, I chose somebody else over you 7 years ago. They done said that already out their own mouth. So it's like, okay, well, bye. Conflict started after that. That's it. Bye. Message. If you feel like that, then just go. I don't want to hold nobody back. Like, I'm not doing nothing to hold nobody back. Like, I'm not, like, doing those love spells or those sex spells with nobody. Like, I don't operate like that. I don't. Soulmate. Again, masculine and feminine energy magnetizes towards itself. It's doing, your soulmate did manipulation on you, and because of that, they got karma, which brought in endings for them. They have thoughts about this, and they keep on trying to do rituals on you, but you're unbothered. Exactly, boy. What the fuck? Like, you mad because somebody actually wants to move forward with me, so you causing them havoc. You're causing that man problems, and he's sitting here thinking I'm a crazy, delusional, crazy witch bitch, when the whole time it ain't even me, it's you doing that shit to him. Offering up communities of people, sex with people, and access to different women just so you can have your way. Oh yeah, you can have access to this girl and this woman right here as long as y'all help me make sure that this one don't get away. Same shit, he did it with my old apartment. Boy, he sat in my apartment for like an hour. I'm like, why are you here? I didn't even want you to come in my apartment. Like, I just wanted you to take the boy's stuff and leave. Like, why are you still here? Oh, he outside getting familiar with them kids. Okay, good. Whole time I didn't realize he was using divination to be able to look through my son, to attach to all them children. And I was like, all that time, I'm like, why is he sitting in my apartment? Like, why is he here? Come to find out, he was literally like, yeah, because you're divine feminine, and they know it, and they don't want to let you go. Once they realize that, they finally realized who the prize was, they're like, yeah, you wasn't on this level when I met you, because you wasn't supposed to get me right now. You're supposed to be patient. North Noder. Now they have an entity attachment, and they want to attach one to you for this commitment. Because they're enamored with you now. They see that you've grown spiritually, so they keep trying to do death magic on you, not realizing, again, you're divine feminine. That shit don't work. Like, eternal life, they abuse. They keep on trying to abuse you, make people abuse you, but you're protected, and they don't like that shit. They want you in confusion illusion. You see this confusion illusion, these clouds above the head, they want you to have your... They fucking with your chakras. It's your crown chakra that they're messing with. It's crazy when a man don't realize that you lost your position in a woman's life because of the choices you made. So now it's time for you to lay in that bed that you made. Mature woman coming out. You're seen as a mature woman for the way that you're handling it. Somebody has a somebody has a health concern now. Due to your spiritual awareness. Also, someone's manifesting. Maybe that you have a health concern. But you're a healer, so that's not possible. You're abundant naturally. That's why it's not working. They are a karmic masculine. Hold on. You see them eyeballs? Every time I meet a dude with eyeballs like that, they be the motherfucking reason some shit don't try. All up in my face. Back up. Oh my God, my face feels so much better. I dreamt about this when I dreamt it was a bunch of Masons sitting on a couch, laughing together, doing gay shit. I ain't want to speak on it, but I spoke on it once on this platform before. This was supposed to just be about masculine and... You know what? I'm not even going to put this in this video. I'm going to leave it alone. But that shit just clicked. And they don't like the fact that you gifted. They keep trying to attack that. They attacking your pathway because you truly are the chosen one. Like, these Masons be real live mad that they don't have access to the chosen female. They be trying to fuck with our chakras. Like, we really be chosen, and they be like, no, they demonic, and that building over there burning. Nigga, you got me fucked up. Is you with me or is you against me? We trying to cleanse the planet. Fuck all this money. Money ain't even real. If you sworn into be a Mason once, you a Mason. I don't give a damn about if you leave in the society. They still got access to you spiritually. I done seen one time where they tried to suck my ass up into some darkness. They tried to get me to come outside the building, outside the tower, and suck my ass up into the sky, into darkness. I'm not fucking around. I really put one and two together now. It's like, wow, that's crazy work. No wonder this boy always got a damn problem, because he really is. And I just heard him say, yup. Oh, shit. He really is. And people keep trying to. And I feel fucked up because it's like, that's my son too. And that's how important the attraction between the masculine and feminine has to be. For you to be able to see that the person that you're dating is, in fact, your child. It's the same person. It's the same storyline. If you can't put that together, then you're never going to understand what this whole entire experience is about. I don't trust people who don't have kids. Because one, why is God not letting you reproduce and have an influence on the future? Why is God not allowing you to sow some seeds? Because being able to produce a baby in itself is magic. For that fucking sperm cell to reach that egg and infiltrate it and produce a healthy human that grows to be expansive with no health or birth defects and has spiritual gifts, that's a fucking miracle. If you haven't done that, I don't trust you. Because why is the universe and the energy that we live in not allowing you to continue on the cycle of, in fact, life? For our organism to survive into the next few thousand years. Now I'm really starting to look at these chosen ones who ain't got kids. Like, oh, how the fuck are you chosen? Where's your baby? Where's your offspring? Where's your legacy? I'm sorry. I'm gonna need y'all to pull that shit up off my face. Take that mask off my face. Don't block me. Let's really come to the front. Where are your children? Why are you not fruitful? My stepfather, I have my views and my things that I think about him. But that man was still able to produce kids even in his 50s and 60s. And it's all these young boys that ain't got no kids running around here free willy, free nilly, acting like they not fucking adults with children. let's really sit down with that right quick. Let's really like dive into that. Oh, y'all been commenting and I ain't been, hold on. I'm sorry. I haven't even been paying attention. Oh my God. Hold on. Let me go back to the, hold on. Wow, I really missed out on a lot of conversation with y'all because my phone stopped scrolling down. You was a DJ in an early age with your freaky ass, man. What the fuck is the lessons, ma'am? Oh my God, y'all was talking. Did your mom work for the government? And then my mom did not. My mom did not used to work for the government. She used to work for tax executives back in the day. Wow, I missed out on a lot. You real for thinking like that at a young age. Did your mom work at the government? No, she didn't. She did work for a corporation, but not the government. Now she works for like people in space. The people who got them satellites out there, blocking us from astrally projecting. Because in a sense of a mother, I don't want you to go outside the bubble. It's like it's a spiritual thing. It's not even just a evil thing. It's like a spiritual thing. It's like a protection. Like, okay, I'm out here. I don't want y'all to get out here. It's crazy out here. You're not ready to get out here yet. And then like, bruh, mom, move out the way, bruh. If you out there and you doing it, why can't I do it? You don't know. And it's just like life. You don't know yet. Just stay. Wow. Okay. Stop it now. You waking something in me right now. All right, meditation, man, meditation. It helps a lot. Oh yeah, no, it takes two. Took two ends with the two. Are you single? Yes, I am. Oh my God. What about now though? The present. Nails are fire. They knew they look whack. Oh, he look whack. Who who? Which one looks whack? My baby father or the boyfriend? Which one? Cause I can't see them. It's what cabbage patches do. They jealous. They want it to be us, but we are all prisoners. Yes, of course. You still reading tarot cards? Yeah. Hey, boo boo. Okay? Block their energy for real, right? I'm trying to figure out how to block energy better, y'all. Y'all gotta help me out with that one. When was your last relationship? Y'all know that I've been with the same dude for the last 8 months. We literally just finally broke up like 3 days ago. I think 3-4 days ago. Cause he threw sushi all over my car, and he pulled my hair. But they're not wrong though. Your spirit always says different. Do you want to be married? Right. This baddie is definitely worth waiting for. You get food? No, I don't eat McDonald's. Is there any freedom with employment? Employment gives you freedom to have monetary funds to get things done. I'll say that. However, when it comes to employment, if it's not aligned with your spirit, because we can all be in a matrix, regardless whether we're spiritual or not, we're going to be in a matrix regardless, right? But the beauty of it is, if we're doing something that is aligned with what our spirit wants to do. So it's like, say if I work for a yoga place, I won't feel so traumatized because like I literally want to do yoga every day, any day, all the time anyway. Like I really enjoy doing yoga. I don't really enjoy cutting white people's hair. There's nothing that has me and my soul attached to that. Like nothing about that nourishes my soul. You get that? Like nothing about cutting white people's hair nourishes my spirit. Because that's not my hair. I'm nourished by doing cornrows, you know, what our ancestors used to do, retwisting locks, making it look like a crown. Not just, yeah, you can take a few of my, I'll donate a few inches of my immaculate aura to you. I'll donate a few layers of my aura to you. Like that's what they be acting like they so high and mighty, like they sitting here, we'll donate some of this energy back to you. Just a few layers. Don't take too much though, because I have a lot of hair. A lot of aura, essentially, around my brain. So it's very degrading work, honestly. But there's freedom in the fact that it gives me at least $500 every week. Sometimes $700, sometimes more. But I was doing that by myself, paying taxes on time, doing black hair, and only working 3 days out of the week. You feel me? Making $250 from one person's head versus having to do 8 people's hair in one day and only making like $140 by the end of the day. $250. I might do another $600 hairstyle this day and I'm done for the week. Speaking of lust, nutty buddies. Yeah, my stepfather is a very lustful thing, but he's a necromancer. Hey, what you think about immigrants, especially Indians? Them Indians, I have my thoughts about them. They know how I feel about them. Hold on, y'all. don't know what to take from that because I don't even know what that is. Spiritual family. Do you like immigrants? I have no problem with immigrants. It's just certain ones, like, I could tell certain times Hispanic people be, like, moving for the white man. And I don't like that shit. Like, most of the people in my job who have problems with me are mostly Hispanic people. Which I don't get. I'm like, how are you Hispanic having a problem with a black woman? Like, we paved the way for y'all to even be able to be here. But a lot of Hispanic women, you know, again, Native Americans and Mexicans are pretty much the same people. So there's another perspective in there. That's crazy. These beasts be working against you. Like, I could feel what's going on in my son's crown chakra. And it's like, whatever the fuck that is on top of his head that is trying to tear him down. It feels like it's like a robot spider that got like a bunch of little legs just trying to like dig into his brain. And it's like, what the fuck? Ugh. So disturbing to feel that. Pull out game A1. What's your age? I'm 31. Money driven. Never enough. You still reading tarots? I'm not having a baby because these men, they run, they don't want responsibility. What started the fight? Cat litter box. Fast food is poison. I know. Eat organic. I don't eat fast food for real. Just Chipotle. I like your nails. Thank you. She just farted. I did? I don't recall farting. Okay, I'm back in tune with y'all because I didn't even realize that y'all was commenting the whole entire time. For some reason, my screen just stopped moving down. So, what I'm getting at here is, damn, I knew exactly who put that shit on top of my son's head. Crazy little bitch there. A lot of the times people don't realize, like, they fighting against somebody thinking that they fighting against, you smoke out? No, I don't smoke. They think they fighting against a man. The whole time you trying to kill my son, bitch. I'll fuck your ass up in these streets of my son. Oh man. Somebody want to do a love spell on you. Because they in poverty, they need some energy. It's an expectation that you're going to help them out regardless. I see it. I see that one. But your faith is unwavering, so, you know. Something about a house. I'm trying to quit. And destruction. And a nice guy. And hard-working labor. You want to quit? I'll tell you what you could do. You could order one of them pens that will help you, like, inhale, what's it? Mint? They got some pens on the internet, on Instagram. I be saying it's like, they're like a vape pen, but it's like, it's the stuff that clean out. It's like mullein leaf and stuff. It's like the stuff that cleanses out your lungs instead. Try that instead. Just so you can get the feeling of it. Because see, me, because I was always on sunflower seeds all through middle school anyways. I just started eating sunflower seeds all the time and I had no issues. That's what I did. Sunflower seeds. These niggas really up here fighting. That immune support system. Yeah, I'm sitting here trying to. Make sure whatever this thing is, get off my son's head. Oh my God, that felt so nasty. What the fuck? That shit was in my nose. Oh! Damn it. I'm gonna give me some food soon, but child. Trying to tell you, the spiritual warfare shit ain't easy, especially when it gets to this level. It's like we got literally some top elite fucking Masons trying to be up in my bitch. Like, bro, unless you gonna help, get out the way. That child ain't dark. That child been through some shit. Oh, you can see the darkness on. Everybody done been in the darkness. Y'all motherfuckers is in the darkness. When I see y'all in my dreams, I see y'all in the darkness and the light. Nigga, we got. Come on now, y'all got personal gain involved in this shit. Y'all not even thinking straight. Attacking people's kids is not it. Prostituting people's children ain't it. Getting energy off of a chosen child for your own personal gain ain't it. Y'all talking about God and Jesus. Then why is my son's asshole a part of y'all archive? Gonna close that portal up real quick. Like, what the hell? My stomach growling like a bitch. Y'all hear all that shit? Woo! 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 Them motherfuckers is up in there fucking fighting. In the belly of the beast for real. Because I'm just looking like fire with fire. Crystal aids our abilities enhance what's already there. Excuse me. Them motherfuckers was tearing my insides up. I had to get them out of there. Shit. One thing I'm gonna always fight for is a man that's gonna come back and get me and bring me to the sunlight, not to the rain. Despite what the world may say, I'm like, hold on. It looked like y'all don't like him. It looked like he be minding his business and y'all be watching that motherfucker all the time. Like, how you just... That's crazy. And then them two together on the same team would be completely unfair. But when it comes to a man leading a man, I gotta ask y'all a serious question. How do y'all... Do you exercise? I exercise every day. The only day I didn't go to the gym was yesterday. I only do the leg thing, the leg press where you squeeze. You push your legs out and work on your booty cheeks. But I also make sure I engage my core when I do it. You know. I be having to remind myself of my muscles. But I got a lot of people every time I go to sleep, I don't think you understand how many people doing spell work on me. And I got white people around me that's all Masons. My son is in a room in the basement in my mother's house around a bunch of Masons. And fucking, oh yeah, my legs are strong as fuck. Like, I've been squatting 300 something pounds since I was in high school. I've always had strong legs. My legs are thick as shit too. I'm a Sag. Sagittariuses are meant to have strong thighs and hips. That's the part of the body that we regulate. The hips and the thighs. That's what we're good for, because we're the horse with the human body. So that's what we do. That's our thing. Like, that shit. My thighs and my ass gonna go untouched. Period. Like, That's solid. Everything else might be a little weak, but the ass and the abs is solid. Yeah. Now that's why I always got people trying to attach to me who got weak knees and shit. They always trying to come around me with weak ass leg. I'm like, the fuck away from me, that shit. Fuck out of here. Go do some workouts. Anyway, so that's the only workout I do, and I do the leg press as well. Senator. But the thing is, with all this being said, because I was supposed to have stopped talking to y'all. I was supposed to be going in the house to go shower. Oop, I'm sorry, I shot the wrong person. My bad. The thing is, I work around a lot of people who, every time they see me back up on my toes, on my feet, it's like their main job is to tear me down. It's like something in their brain. And I stretched yesterday when I was at work, and that's what started the whole entire drama and beef. Because, like, they keep on trying to lock me in this disgusting device at work. Like, when they lock me to... Let me show y'all something. Don't mean to show y'all my cootie cat, right? But, like, when I go to work, this area right here and right here, all down in here and all down in here, it be in so much pain. It be feeling like somebody's, like, literally, like, I don't know what the fuck they doing spiritually to my legs right there. But that shit be hurting. I be having to stretch and it be feeling like my legs can't even open. I'm like, is it a device that keeps everything closed? Like, what is it? I be trying to stretch and, like, you know, make my knees drop down to the ground to get, like, some ease in my hips in that area. But, like, it be hurting so bad. I stretched it out at work, and then right when I did that, they said, where you get your pizza from? Then next thing you know, the boss lady at my job was busting off shots at the people over at the pizza place. They parking in front of this hair salon, like, yeah, what's good, what's up? The dude, he tried to drive in front of me, like, as they left. I'm looking at him like, dude, I didn't do shit to you. You gotta understand, my intention was to come in here and get some pizza and leave. That's it. I don't know what the fuck happened. All I know is somebody was in my lap and fell out of my lap. Like, it felt like a child fell out of my lap while I was sitting down outside the pizza place. And I saw 4 men inside the pizza place laughing about it. So the lady was like, where'd you get your pizza from? The lady, the front desk lady, she's like, where'd you get the pizza from? She said, oh, for real? Okay, cool. So then next thing you know, all I started feeling was all kinds of us, all of, I'm like, oh shit. Next thing you know, it started raining bad. The sun went down. I'm like, y'all just fucked up the whole vibe. Like, I don't think y'all realize the show ain't about y'all no more, because y'all fucking season is like, y'all supposed to be the protectors. Y'all supposed to be oversight, watching, making sure that the kids are down here doing what we supposed to be doing. Y'all 50 and 60 and 70 years old still popping y'all shit. Like, the fuck? They keep telling me, you're running off with company money spiritually. I'm like, when I came here, y'all bitches was like, can I get the Wi-Fi password? And I felt somebody connect to the back walls of my vagina. That spot in the coochie where only a man's supposed to have the access code, that back wall on that vagina, that part, like, it's the back of the uterus, that back part. Like, when a dude lock in right there, it's real. That's like having the keys to your house. They was asking for that. Like, she came in, she did something in that area, and I'm looking like, what the fuck is wrong with this bitch? She yesterday ended up bringing some, like, for the first time, a man pulled up to the shop for her, and he looked at me and looked at my feet and looked me up and down. I looked at him like, what the fuck? Nigga, what's good? Like, yeah, I know. And the dude that I was talking to at the time, he was talking about something. That's a really good hair salon. You should stay there. Dude, you probably just want to go there because they got good eats. Like, white people, I guess, good white people energy, whatever. And he probably got a deal with them behind the scenes or something like that. I don't know. Maybe that's how he got famous and got his... I don't fucking know. But I think he's starting to finally realize that they not our friends. Now, all skin folk ain't kin folk, and all people who white ain't not right. But that's why I'm like, I don't know if it was the baby father or the ex-boyfriend or the dude from Atlanta. I don't know what. I don't be knowing which one of them I'm sitting here looking at. So I'll be having to look in the mirror, like, remind myself, like, because you see, I got this bag right here, but I also got the other one like this. So it's like, I see both of them up in here at the same time. You get what I'm saying? I tried to find another salon, but it was all men that was working. He's like, "You not about to work in an all men's salon? Are you crazy?" I'm like, "What's the difference between working at an all men's black salon and working at a white salon with all women who are some Hispanic, some Ethiopian, one African, oh no, 2 Africans and 2 Asians? Ain't nobody up in there, my friend. Ain't nobody up in there black that's gone through the black American experience. They either have a Ethiopian experience, a Hispanic experience, a Asian experience, or fucking, you get what I'm saying? Like, it's either they African, Asian, Ethiopian. Ain't nothing that they got going on in there got anything to do with black America and the way that we live and understanding how our households are ran. I'm the only one that has that to offer, and my coochie is always up for grabs when it comes to people. My energy is always up for grabs. Like when I come there, y'all, my car is fine. Y'all see, I can turn off my car right now, talk to y'all for a little bit, and then start my car again. I go there, as soon as I get there, my car stops working. As soon as I walk in that building, my car stops working. Hairdress in Australia? I probably need to. It's time for you to radiate and bring the sun back out. Get into your music. Get into solitude. Fog is something that's veiled right now in the sky that you're not seeing. Because this full moon is supposed to bring completion. I ain't gonna hold you. My ex, he tried to take me up there. He tried. He said, "Don't wake me up." He's like, "Today's gonna be the best night of my life." And I'm like, "What's he? What this man got? What is that? A black squirrel in a tree just staring at me? What the fuck? Hold on. I know I'm not tripping." Motherfucking, it's a black squirrel sitting in this motherfucking tree just staring at me, not moving. Hold on. Let me make sure I'm not tripping. There's my glasses on. I usually only need these when I got people in my energy, but hell yeah. Look at him right there. Holding this one little nut, just sitting there. Staring. Look at the brown squirrels down there chilling. He like, "Oh, you watching me now?" "Yeah, I'm looking at you. What you doing up there?" He's scratching his butt. He said, "You see my nut right there? I got it in my pocket." I ain't never seen a squirrel hold a nut like that in my life. He said, "If I got the shoulder, hold on, let me see." Oh, he helping me clean my energy. He's like, "Ooh, what you got going on in your energy? You need to clean that shit off, my boy. Is that an acorn embedded in his fur? It looks like it's stuck, or maybe he got hit and his arm is exposed or something. Oh yeah, that's a boy too. He got a little pink thing hanging out. Oh, look, he started looking at his crotch in front of us. He know what we talking about. Yeah, he got fucked up. His little side is exposed. Oh shit. Oh, look, the brown squirrels come up the tree to help him. Or not. Oh, dang. The brown squirrel came to beat him up. Oh, he just had, we took away his hiding space. I know the black squirrel was in my energy chilling, and the brown squirrel was like, "Hold on, fuck that. I'm gonna get some of that. You talk about squirrel, nigga. I need some of that shit too." All of them in my energy for real. But I don't know. They chased the black one away probably and I start hearing the crows. My baby father's energy, bruh. Him being in prison, he keep on trying to like. I had a dream about waking up from. I woke up last night from a dream. Well, not last night, but the night before. I woke up from a dream. I was at a funeral. I was like, what the fuck? I was in a dream at a funeral. I was in one of the pews though, thank God. So I think somebody's death is coming very, very, very shortly. And they're not ready for it. People keep on trying to say it's me. I'm like, I be waking up fine every morning. I be having to clean y'all my energy. But I don't be like, ah! Like I don't do no voodoo, nothing. I just be like, hold on, who's in layer 5? Like, okay, 1 layer, 2 layer, 3 layer, 4. Ooh, something was deep in 4. Okay, 5 layer. Okay, 6 layer. Okay. There's something pulling my energy down. It's like something wrapped around my energy, pulling it down. I feel it. It's like siphoning it and pulling it down, keeping it from ascending. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, what is that? Being a woman is so hard. I tell you, boy. Why you say shaking my head to ATL? ATL no good? I figured that much. I feel like low key, high key, you've been trying to block. And it's like, I don't understand what the problem is. Like, if you really a good, genuine person, you're not going to block nobody. Like, bruh, you know, just leave it alone. Just let it be. I stop talking about you. No problem. They say rain and purification is going to bring you a blessing. I don't want no beef or no smoke with nobody. I just want people to just move out the way. Who ain't, like, whatever this is that I feel on my forehead that feels like a blockage in my third eye, like, they say it's a camera blocker from the inside. So it's like it's something that's done on the inside of your cranium to block your third eye and your upper chakras. It's like, it's annoying. It's time for rebirth, synergy, wind activation. Mama Gaia is nurturing you at this time. I think that's all I got for y'all today. I would do tarot because I want to see like which. Actually, I'm gonna still do it. I did it backwards today, but I'm gonna still do it because I'm curious. Actually, I'm really curious. Like who's in what energy? Like King of Cups, King of Pentacles, King of Wands, King of Swords. Like who's doing what? So I kind of get an idea. They keep saying, watch your kid and his energy because somebody trying to possess him and fuck her and the people watching. It's judgment. Black calcite helps shungite, protective crystals. All I got is black tourmaline right now. That's all I got. I should be wearing instead of this damn unk sign. Start wearing my crystals to work. Start, you know what I'm saying? Because I ain't gonna load you. Like, I used to always wear these when I would go live. Like, I never had no issues back when I used to always wear these. They said you need a labradorite for protection while you go to sleep since you're such a dreamer and you can, like, pretty much dream walk. And you also need black tourmaline for protection. Then I even had black, was it black opium, I think? Or the other one? What's the other black one? Not tourmaline, but the other one. Black onyx, I think. I had it in the ring. And then randomly, I was like at Target and I started thinking about my baby father's baby mother. And long story short, like the crystal just fell out. I think, oh, I'm slowing down. I need to speed up. That's all. I just need to speed up. Oh, okay. I finally realized what it is. I'm moving too slow. And the issue is they took my son away. My son was like one of the fastest drivers around the world. They took my son away from me because they didn't want me to be able to get my job done. So they took him in order to try to block my plan to get me locked into this so that I wouldn't think about doing anything else for myself. Y'all do know as soon as I get my son back, I'm going back to be an entrepreneur, right? Okay, first card that came out was Strength. With the Shingo. You see all them eyeballs on that forehead? Yes, sir. Somebody said a massive third eye energy. Like somebody is third eye and the evil eye and the shit out of me. It's really starting to irritate me. It's a Hierophant. Somebody that wants to make an unjust deal with your child behind your back. But patience, don't worry. Peace be still. This magician work will be taken care of. It will be a battle for sure. With the 8 of Swords. And you'll have to put in a lot of hard work. But you see the woman that's recording it and reporting it like she's a reporter or something. That's why I do what I do on YouTube. Alright, Hermit card as well. Leaving behind things that disgust you. So that Sodom and Gomorrah. Sodom and Gomorrah bullshit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Need to be stopped. 6 of Pentacles. Go to your ancestors. I did this morning. I felt so good, like being able to connect with them for the first time in a long time again. Like I felt like I was flowing. And as soon as I drove out onto the regular road, somebody tried to like get behind me and get next to me. And like I felt the energy. I felt it. It just felt like a disturbance in my energy. And they like drove in front of me and then stopped and like it just pushed into my face. I'm like, oh my God, ew. The abundance is on the way. I gotta figure out how to make the middle part of my brain strong so it doesn't feel like stuff be going in my brain like it's a coochie. When I figure out when y'all tell me how to master that, when I figure that one out, I think I'll be like more elite. I think it has something to do with having a man. Because if they see that they can do that, they know that you don't have a man. You have some kind of partnership coming up? It's the best person for the job. You got to go with the best person for the job. Based on where you want to get and what you got to do, you got to go with the best person for the job. The best person for the job. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Full moon. Yeah, it's a full moon today. You know better. Look what just popped out the fucking... As soon as I just said, you know better. Look what the fuck just popped out the fucking deck. And then look, Tower card. But look what just popped out. Well, look what flew down to the ground. Devil energy. I remember my baby father tried to tell me, he's like, you the devil, your hair red. You the devil, your hair red. I'm like, I'm the devil, my hair is red. What they got to do anything? Look. Oh, look. All of a sudden, now the phone want to start falling all over the damn place, right? Look what cards came out. Also, High Priestess. And having the initiative to take charge and be that. But the cards that came out right before that was 3 of Cups. Star card. Oops, sorry. They already flagged one of my videos. Sorry, y'all. Star energy. So spiritual evolution. So the devil energy brought out some kind of spiritual evolution, which is going to bring in some star energy, which is going to help balance between the light and the dark in your soul. Make you an empress. Owl energy as well. See her crown? It goes out and up. Every time I do it, my phone fall down. Every time I do it, my phone fall down. It's like they don't want y'all to know. They don't want me to, yeah, okay. But also the owl, okay? You see this jewelry she got on? How it's like a chain, a necklace, a protective necklace. To let you know, sometimes y'all be feeling stuff right there in your spirit. Sometimes that's actually protective gear, protecting you. There's the King of Wands involved in this, who's trapped death after going through some kind of judgment, with the Queen of Pentacles, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus female. With the King of Swords. Well, these two right here look like my grandmother and my father right here. She's a she's a Virgo and he's a Gemini. They're going through, they tried to put you through some kind of death, and they're going through judgment because of it. And the Queen of Wands, that's either me or my mother. Y'all right here standing strong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And that's when the High Priestess came out. Because you seen all this shit already. Motherfuck y'all. And you're the only one that has the initiative to actually take charge and say this shit online, out loud. Tell your story. Because if you don't tell your story, then who will? Someone stole your heritage, your inheritance, your abundance spiritually. I know my grandmother left me something. And she might not have left me no money, but she left me something. I know many in short say, she always, don't y'all go messing with my seed now. Don't mess with my seed. I know she left me something. Whether it just be something spiritual or physical, I know she left me something. Appreciate you, baby. I know she did. I know she left me something. I know she did. I know she did. Because she showed it to me in a vision. She handed me a pentacle. Thank you. She handed me a whole pentacle. She told me who I should marry, but then I moved out of my apartment. Good night, baby. I'm sorry. There's some men out here trying to patrol the block. Like, dude, go away. We not even doing nothing to y'all. Roll out. Sorry, babe. I appreciate you. I'm 31. All right, something about this Queen of Swords that keeps popping up. My sister, oh, I forgot. I didn't forget. I remember she used to always, I'm never going to forget that day. I thank you, you will. Give me that shit. Give you what? Don't shit over here belong to you. Give me that shit. She stole my shit. She spiritually robbed me in broad daylight. She spiritually robbed me on Bourbon Street. She spiritually robbed me on Bourbon Street. Okay? This person driving real slow behind my car is throwing me off, but whatever. We're going to get this reading done. 4 Swords. It's time to get alone. Get away from people because of shit like this. Like, the fuck is you driving around my car all stupid and slow like that for? Okay? So that's the reading. I ain't even gonna break it down for y'all with the lottery numbers today. I just, when you really finally like get it, like motherfuckers really don't want to see you happy, because your happiness, my grandmother said these exact words to me. And again, this also pertains to positive and negative masculine and feminine influences around you as you're growing up. I had to move in with them in the first year of high school. So after I went through all of that in middle school with my grandfather, I moved with my mom for a period of time with her and her husband. The husband was being weird. The girlfriend was being weird. The little girl who didn't want to move out. My mom was like all taking my stepdad's side the whole entire time throughout the whole relationship. Everything that he said was law, because she didn't want to fuck up her ability to live with this man. And next thing you know, I ended up living with my father. Why? Because his daughter claimed that I stole something from her, which I didn't steal from her. I think my friend had wore her shoes for a period of time. My friend wore her shoes somewhere, and she ended up giving them back. She's like, "Oh yeah, woo, I just borrowed them. It wasn't nothing big." She wasn't even wearing those shoes anyway. But then she turned it into, "Oh well, I'm missing a pair of black Nike SB Dunks in the garage." I'm like, I ain't touched them fucking shoes. Any shoes that you had, I can't even wear because my feet are bigger than yours. So, you know. And lo and behold, I can't make this shit up. That's the part where my damn brain went to begin with. Shit. Excuse me. My name is Sierra. I go by Euphoria. 9 A's 1 _ You can follow me on all platforms. But long story short, my mother made me give her my child support money, and I had to move with my stepdad. I mean, I had to move my actual father, because my stepdad said, no, my mom said, if you can't follow the rules, you gotta get the hell out of this house. Because my sister started teasing me about it, and I beat my sister's ass in front of the mirror. And she's like, you keep putting your hands on people, you doing too much, you gotta get the hell out of this house. I'm like, okay, you think I'm the problem? Lo and behold, here we are years later, and she complained about that man every fucking day. I'm like, oh, I thought I was the problem. Thought it was me. Not the one who's sucking the life out of you, trying to get you to sacrifice everything that had to do with me just for you to live with him, which you did. And I can't ever forgive you for that. You know I can't do that, right? Because, like, literally, you gave my life to his daughter and him. And it's not the first time you've done it. You did it for the other daughter. She ended up being a school bus driver, truck driver, having a daughter first, all that. You just kept on dating men and just saying, here, I'm not here to defend my daughter. Just take what you need, or whatever. Whatever you can offer me, I'll. Then you start realizing where all your energy was spent at your whole entire life. You're like, oh, no wonder I'm weak. Ish. You had me over here, over here, over there, over there, over there, over there. Everybody got my damn Wi-Fi password. But that's neither here nor there. I've forgiven it at this point. It's just when you look back on it, you be like, damn, dog. You really had me out here looking crazy in these streets. Empress card came back up. I'm a whole empress out here. I was literally the abundance that you needed. All you had to do was just focus on me. But you was so busy running around chasing niggas. And I feel like my son is going through the same thing. He feels like I do the same thing. But it's like, nah, baby, I was kicked out the house. I ain't had nowhere to go. He gave me a place to shower. Like, you could have just stayed focused. Emperor. Message. You could have just, I know I could have just, look, lover's card just popped up. Death card. Rebirth. Lover's card at the bottom of the deck again. The man with the fire. Man with the flame. The man with the spark. Love at first sight. Every single dude I ever met was love at first sight. They met me the first time. They said, I just had to get to know you. I had to, you something about you. I just had to get to know you. I had to. It's always the same thing. And look, the two squirrels that match are now chasing each other. That's funny. The two squirrels that look alike. But this squirrel also has other interests in another squirrel over here a little bit. Okay. All right. Well, you gonna go for your big mama, or you gonna go back over there with that little ass squirrel? What you about to do? Okay. Because your tail not even that big. You better go over there where you know you belong at. Stop playing. Leave that other squirrel over there. He like, oh shit, I lost her. Fuck. She all the way over at the tree now. She chasing the other squirrel. She said, oh, I'll come back for you. Hey, I'm right here. Come on, bring ass on. Now they chasing each other up the tree. Now look, now she like, I ain't chasing y'all asses up the damn tree. Fuck that. Fuck this. I'm going to my own goddamn tree by myself. See? Life be. The squirrels be telling the story. The squirrels, it all be here. So, yeah, I knocked on your doorknob. Hello. Do y'all see this foolishness? Stop focusing on the past, focus on the future. I can focus on the future all day. But if I got 1,000,001 people trying to block my third eye so I can't get to the future, how am I supposed to get to the future? If I ain't got somebody helping protect my, excuse me, sorry. If I ain't got somebody helping protect my crown, I'm like, okay, so y'all fuck with me, help protect my head top. Like, damn. Some people just can't fathom the idea that you actually will protect your kid from them and their craziness. Until you prove to me that you can protect me and my baby, I don't think you should have access to my baby. Shit, show me you can protect just me and make me feel safe. You know what I'm saying? But anywho, that's all I wanted to give y'all today. Masculine and feminine energies need each other, but we need to remember what our true roles are. It's not just to be a provider, it's to be a protector. And a woman is supposed to nurture. We're supposed to pour into people unapologetically, as long as they are also protecting us. I'm not going to pour into you if you're not protecting me. If you have me out here being used and abused and you're part of the reason why I feel like I need protection, I have no business pouring into you. If you become the problem, I have no business pouring into you. I have no reason to give you any of my love, appreciation, affection, none of that. Because you are showing me that you are damaging to my mental psyche. I have no business pouring into you. If you can't apologize to me and tell me the full truth and nothing but the truth will help you, God, I have no business pouring into you. All right. I love y'all. Hopefully this message wasn't, it was kind of drawn out and all over the place. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. Tomorrow I'll be more collective and more connected. It's just, I had a lot of energy to clear out today. We started off in the rain, in the dark. And we had to climb our way up the tree. Slowly but surely we getting upset. We getting up there. We getting back upstairs. But just give us some time, okay? All right, y'all. I love y'all. Be easy. Remember, protect your crown. Okay? Love y'all.